Mic's not working. All right, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome if you are new here. Thank you guys so much for waiting patiently, as always, for the intro to start. Still hear the music. I have it on low in the background. I may or may not keep it. I don't know. GTA Vice City theme. For those who don't know, that is the theme of GTA Vice City, by the way. It's a good theme. Maybe an appropriate one to play today. Turning 30 before GTA 6 releases. What the hell is going on? Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. That a little bit. Well, yeah, we talked about it yesterday in a kind of spontaneous stream we did. GTA 6 getting delayed. We'll talk about it more today. We have a few updates regarding this delay. Do I have the Tom Henderson tweet up? No, Irfan, what's up with that? Did I miss something? What's Tom Henderson saying? But yeah, we're going to talk about that, Ray. There's definitely some not so great stuff coming out about this delay or in regards to it. We're also going to talk about the PS5 Pro. It's been 1 year. It's been 1 year since the PS5 Pro launched. And I figured we could, you know, we could go over that, talk about our experience with it. Irfan, thank you for that. MRPD, I'll check that out as well. Let me see. Boss, come on, man. We don't have... Stop it. Hopefully, MRPD. I feel bad because like I don't know how long this stream is going to be today because there's something wrong with my neck. There's something wrong with my neck. Damn, Brickmaster, you don't like the PS5 Pro. I've been having this problem with my neck all week, and for some reason it's like substantially worse today. So for now, yeah, I don't know, Prince. Stop it. I don't know. Every November it seems like some bullshit happens, but my neck is in a tremendous amount of pain. It's difficult to move, but I still wanted to do a stream. My goal is to try to get through this stream. Okay. Maybe if I start to feel better as it goes on. I was feeling good last night. That's what's weird. Like, I did not have this pain in my neck last night. I don't know if it's the way I'm sleeping or something. I don't know what's going on, but it's really, really, really bad today. So my goal is to get through this stream, talk about the PS5 Pro, talk about the GTA situation. So MRPD, I do apologize seriously in advance if I can't make that happen, but I will certainly try to make up for it next week, assuming I'm feeling better. Like, assuming this goes away, I sure hope it does. And if I have to double up on members lounges next week, I'll do that. I do feel bad. I wasn't able to make any members content happen this week so far, but I've tried everything, Raven. I think it feels like I have a herniated disc, and I have no idea how that could be. And Corey, the legend Landiga, comes in and he drops 5 membership gifts for you guys. Corey, bro.
I'm no hero. Never was.
Thank you so
Never
much for that,
be.
my friend. Boss is here and he's waiting. He's already awaiting those treats. So I'll push you guys to see if we can get to 25. I'm just gonna... Boss? Oh, God. I gotta be careful how I move my neck today. Boss, here. I'm just gonna... I feel like I need a freaking neck brace, man. But yeah, I don't know. If I have to cut the stream early today, I do apologize. I don't know. It's not gonna go anywhere. You know, the pain's just gonna be there, so... Yeah, MRPD, that was crazy, right? That was crazy, wasn't it? Great game. Great game. Fantastic game. Let me check that one tweet, though, that you were telling me to look up. Hold on. You're saying it was from Zuby Tech? I'm looking now. Was it a Naughty Dog interview or something? You're saying they're making it sound like they're going to be at the Game Awards? They probably will be, if I had to guess. I could see it. I mean, that's where they revealed Intergalactic, you know? Jimmy Mack, you're saying you woke up one day, thought you slept wrong because you had neck pain and never went away. After a week, I went to the ER and they said I had 5 bulge discs in my neck and upper back. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder, Jimmy. I'm starting to wonder because, like, I had this pain earlier in the week and it was pretty bad, but I was like, all right, well, I've had this pain before and I feel like it got a little bit better, but then this morning I woke up, it's like it's even worse. So I really don't know. It has to be something I'm doing in my sleep. Like, it has to be that. But anyway, I'm going to try not to just complain about it the whole stream. But I do, you know, again, I do apologize in advance if this stream is a shorter one or we don't do any members content. Yeah, Michael, it could be that. So Corey says, LOL, I'm late. What is up with GTA 6? It's been canceled, Corey. Just canceled. It's over. It's done. No, it has been delayed. GTA 6 was delayed yesterday. It was supposed to release May 26th. Now it's going to be releasing November 19th. And they say that they need more time to polish. They need more time to polish and refine. You know, it's like a 6-month delay, so it's a long one. It's a long delay, but there seems to be some kind of like bad news coming out about the situation at Rockstar Games. You know, it's hard to say how bad it really is, but yeah, the general news that everybody needs to know about is the game's not coming out till November next year. What are you doing, bro? Guerrilla's working tirelessly to get Horizon 3 ready to release within a week of GTA 6. Absolutely. You know that's what they're doing. We have King E with the super chat saying, are you excited for Doomsday or the Avengers Doomsday? Yeah, I'd say so. I've kind of fallen off of Marvel, like the cinematic universe, but I've seen most of it. And I think the last Marvel movie I watched was Wolverine and Deadpool. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I'll definitely check out Avengers Doomsday. Sure, it'll be good, you know. There's be a lot of people in that movie. The rumors that the delay is caused by the union busting layoffs. Well, yeah, so I have this report here from Push Square. It says morale in the studio is at rock bottom. Rockstar whistleblower alleges union busting as GTA 6 is delayed. So there's an original story and then there's an update. I'm going to start with, well, actually, there's multiple updates. We'll start with the original story. It says Rockstar management was under fire last week after sacking approximately 30 to 40 employees across its UK and Canadian offices. Labor leaders alleged that the firings were related to the staffers' attempt to unionize, but the GTA giant has hit back at the claims. Hold on. These cats, man. Sorry. Let me just give Luna her treats too. And then we'll proceed. There you go, Luna. All right, let me try this again. So yeah, it says labor leaders alleged that the firings were related to the staffers' attempt to unionize, but the GTA giant has hit back at the claims. In a statement to Bloomberg, the firm said it took action because the affected had been sharing corporate secrets in a forum accessed by non-employees. The statement from Take-Two Interactive reads, "Last week, we took action against a small number of individuals who were found to be distributing and discussing confidential information in a public forum, a violation of our company policies. This was in no way related to people's right to join a union or engage in union activities. All impacted employees were allegedly part of a private trade union chat group on Discord, with the only outsiders said to be labor organizers. The Independent Workers' Union of Great Britain had previously described Rockstar's actions as, quote, one of the most blatant and ruthless acts of union busting in the history of the games industry. Alex Marshall, the president of the union, has since accused the company of being afraid of hardworking staff privately discussing, exercising their rights for a fair workplace and a collective voice. Ever since a massive GTA 6 leak in 2022, Rockstar has been particularly strict, infamously forcing employees back into the office in the aftermath of the pandemic under the guise of security." Now, that's the original story. We have update number one. Update number one, which came Friday, November 7th. It says, "Things are escalating at developer Rockstar, where approximately 40 staff were fired last week in a move labeled by the Independent Workers' Union of Great Britain as union busting. The developer responded that staff were sacked for discussing confidential information." We just went over that. But it says here, "And now it's taken to the streets in both London and Edinburgh to protest against the dismissals. Clips and images on social media show affected staff members calling for their immediate reinstatement and back pay compensation. One sacked staff member told IGN, quote, 'All because I talked with colleagues in a private union chat. We weren't leaking anything or trying to harm the company. We were supporting each other, trying to understand and our workplace and make it better. To lose my job for that is deeply unfair. No one should be punished for being part of a union or for speaking honestly about their work. Politicians are now getting involved, with Ross Greer of the Scottish Greens insisting Rockstar reinstate the impacted employees and get around the table to give your staff the pay and conditions they deserve for making you billions of dollars." And then we have one final update here, and this is the most significant one. And the reason why we're going over all of this is because this does seem like it has the potential to turn into a much bigger thing. And it's especially bad if this is the reason why, why the game was delayed. We have Sean Mitchell with a super chat saying, "Wonder how much stress Rockstar has caused to developers who have dropped games in 2025 and one still to drop in 2026. Yeah, it's bad, Sean. There's a tweet from Tom Henderson that says, "Some very interesting meetings at other studios this morning following the announcement of GTA 6's delay." So, it's not surprising, man. Something like this is going to have a wide-reaching ripple effect. He didn't say which studios. A lot of people think it's Microsoft because they have a ton of games slated to come out in the second half of 2026. But I'm going to give you guys this last update here. And again, this is the most significant one. So it says update number 2, Friday, November 7th. It says an anonymous staff member from Rockstar has shed some light on troubling times at the studio via the GTA forums. This has been a particularly tough week for the Juggernaut studio, which delayed the hotly anticipated GTA 6 until November 19th, 2026, overnight. Last week, the company dismissed approximately 30 to 40 staff from its Scottish and Canadian offices in a move which was labeled as union busting. But a statement from a spokesperson insisted those employees were, again, that's just kind of rehashing everything we just covered. But it says here, now an anonymous staff member has shed light. So here's what's important to go over here before I read this, because this is a long post, but apparently the moderators of the GTA forums have confirmed, they've verified that this person is a Rockstar employee behind the scenes. So that's what makes this so important, because if this is true, it's kind of bad. So here's what this employee said. "Hey everyone, Rockstar employee of many years here. Understandably, I want to remain anonymous due to retaliation from the company, but I may be willing to verify I'm an employee and they they say with Spider Vice via DM if required. I'm also a member of the union, so they did go out of their way to verify that they are in fact an employee. I've been reading a lot of the discussions on here and elsewhere about the firing of more than 34 of my colleagues last week, 31 in the UK and 3 in Canada, and have seen a lot of disinformation and lies that are really concerning, particularly concerning how so many folks are willing to believe the company's excuses. Last week, my colleagues who were in the studio were each individually messaged by HR for a short, friendly meeting under the friendly guise of, quote, "Hey, are you free for a quick chat?" End quote. Upon attending this meeting, they were handed an envelope with a short letter stating that their employment had been terminated for, quote, gross misconduct regarding posts made in Discord. They failed to provide any evidence when asked, nor was any stated in the letter, and did not divulge any other information or reasoning. It even said, quote, "and no other reason." They refused their right to union representation in a disciplinary meeting, which is against UK employment law, and were foremarched out of the studio with the meeting lasting less than 5 minutes. For colleagues who were not in the studio that day, they received a phone call from HR that lasted less than 2 minutes telling them that they were fired and that they'd received the same letter as above. I'm aware of one employee who had a panic attack at this moment, and HR hung up on them during this panic attack, not caring at all about their well-being. These colleagues of mine were hard workers who have spent many years at Rockstar in critical roles, with colleagues who have been at Rockstar for more than 18 years, and none of them have ever had a disciplinary in that time. They are not easily replaced and will certainly affect us in making our project deadlines. These are very senior artists, animators, QA testers, designers, programmers, and producers, including leads, all super talented people who are proud of their work over multiple Rockstar titles, and all they wanted was for the best Rockstar, was the best for Rockstar and their fellow colleagues. Some of these members were off sick, recovering from surgery, or on paternity leave, fired without pay, losing their careers, and putting them into a hardship in the lead up to Christmas, and even potentially losing their visas to work in the UK. Let me make this clear. I never saw any discussion/leaking of Rockstar projects in the union Discord. The only ever discussion was around unionization efforts and the working conditions at Rockstar. The Discord was not public. It was a private Discord group that only contained Rockstar employees and the IWGB union officials. This was union busting and nothing else. Everyone fired was a union member. They were also predominantly from those who were on the union organizing committees of each UK studio. Just 1 week before, union had reached 200 members, taking us over the 10% threshold required to seek recognition and begin engaging in collective bargaining, allowing us to negotiate directly with management on the key issues that affect us: worsening crunch, inadequate pay, and inflexible working arrangements. They have fired over 34 of us now. There were over 250 of us in the union/employee Discord group. There is a fear that if they get away with this, they'll have nothing stopping them from doing this again and again. Those who are lucky and remain for now work in fear, fearful when talking to each other at the tea prep, fearful that we're next in line and are easily got rid of, too scared to go outside the studio and talk to or even acknowledge our colleagues outside protesting in fear of reprisals. Morale in the studio is at rock bottom. When we should be excited about what's to come over the next year, we are now totally deflated and our trust and confidence in others is totally shot. Hold on. Says, which is the truly heartbreaking part. As for us in the union, all of our ambition was to make Rockstar a happier, fairer, safer, and more equitable place. That's all. What has happened clearly shows that we care more about the well-being of our colleagues at Rockstar than the company does. The union remains unbowed and is fighting to win the reinstatement of every dismissed member of staff at Rockstar through legal means and campaigning. The fight is critical. If Rockstar can get away with this, they will keep treating their workers with disdain, disrespect, and subjecting them to continued illegal treatment. Thanks for your time, and I hope this is some truth that helps you all understand what's going on here at the moment. So, yeah, I know that was a lot, but I thought it was worth reading the whole thing just so all the context is there. But, yeah, I don't know, man. This is quite quite the situation. Like I didn't like we're all over here thinking we're gonna get like trailer number 3, but it sounds like the shit is kind of hitting the fan at Rockstar right now. We have Dragon Bat Spidey saying at this point with GTA 6 being delayed, we'll probably get remasters of both GTA 4 and Red Dead 2 before November 2026, right? You would assume so. We've been hearing a ton of rumors about a Red Dead 2 PS5 port. So, I mean, in the coming months, announcing it, putting something like that out, it's a little something, you know? I would agree with that. And there's been rumors of a GTA 4 remaster. I could have swore that got shelved, though, didn't it? I'm not sure. But that would be next after the, original GTA trilogy, excuse me. Swag Gaming says, hi, BG, do you think Wolverine is getting delayed now before GTA 6 or after? I don't think it's going to get delayed. No, I think Wolverine will come out. I actually was looking over the calendar, and I have a specific date that I think Wolverine will hit. I think it makes the most sense. I'm looking at September 25th. That is fall. Fall 2026 begins September 22nd. I'm being a little bit semantical about it because, I mean, they said Wolverine is coming out fall of next year. So September 25th is a Friday. Insomniac in the past, I think they released Spider-Man 2018 in September. So I think we could absolutely see a September 25th Wolverine release. We have Hellbound 1981. The legend. He returns. He comes in. He drops another 5 membership gifts for you guys, bringing us up to 10 on the day. Hellbound, thank you so much for that, buddy. Yeah. So thank you guys for all of the support with memberships and super chats. But yeah, I don't think Wolverine's gonna get delayed. Like, it could, but it's gonna be bad if it gets delayed, because like the whole thing is Sony, that's going to be their big holiday title, and I know that like a lot of developers are afraid to release their game anywhere around GTA 6, but it's like there still has to be games coming out in September and October. You know what I mean? Petrov, thanks. Yeah, I might give that a try. And I feel like if Sony delays Wolverine to 2027, I mean, you have to ask yourself, like, what big tentpole release are they going to have for that year? They have to have something. And Wolverine is it. So I don't know if this is going to put more pressure on Insomniac to try to get the game done quicker. Hopefully not. But yeah, it sounds like the shit is hitting the fan. Oh God, excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Sounds like the shit is hitting the fan at Rockstar with this union busting situation, and yeah, I don't know, this kind of sucks, I mean, I just feel like these staff members, I mean, the people who are working on this project and working on GTA 6, I mean, this game is going to make more money than anything ever that releases. It's like, I don't know, just give your workers some rights, man. But maybe they're gonna need to do some crunch. Corey, you're saying your cardboard box may just return, or just may return. Nate Dog, you're saying you have a question about the PS5 Pro. What is your question, Nate? Curious to see what. Says what the top comment says, what a coincidence. All the leakers seem to be members of the same union. I'm sure this is perfectly legitimate and in no way union busting. Rockstar will have to supply evidence in court, so they must have a strong case. Guess we'll find out sooner or later. Is everybody here forgetting they supposedly discussed certain things in a public forum? Isn't that breaking the NDA? Somebody says, I suspect the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I doubt Rockstar and their lawyers are stupid enough to fire 30 or 40 people just for trying to form a union without fair cause, but they may have been looking for reasons to do so. Hence, it's most likely the devs published something in that forum that then made them accountable for breaking NDA, giving Rockstar fair cause and an easy out, which would be a pretty dumb thing to do. Yeah, there's that side of it too. Like Rockstar wouldn't just, they wouldn't just do this without, Sean, you're saying, I felt like I had an MBG abandoned crash out with the GTA news yesterday. Oh man, you're not the only one, Sean. We did a spontaneous stream last night, and yeah, some people were very mad. I mean, even if you just look at the way people were reacting on Twitter, people were very mad. It is frustrating. I've seen people express that they're happy though. They're saying they're happy that have more time now. Whiskey Gaming, you're saying in our New York shop is union and the laws around it are effing stupid. You hate unions. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look deeper into it. I don't pay too much attention at all to this type of stuff. I'm sure it's more complex and more complicated and interwoven than some of the, than what it sounds like on the surface. Situations like this are usually pretty complex and have multiple layers to them. Because I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. The only thing that's really the bigger thing that's concerning to me here, just as as somebody who's just focused on, I want to play GTA at some point, is the idea that, like the studio's having some issues behind the scenes, or developers are having some issues where it's like, this is like basically that this is a major cause for the delay or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if that could be possible. I mean, Rockstar is massive. Rockstar has they have thousands of devs working on this game, Like it kind of makes me think I feel bad for the 30 or 40 people that lost their jobs. Obviously, it sucks. But I mean, this is a huge, massive, colossal team, 2,000 devs. I guess it depends on if it's more wide-reaching within the company than we might realize. And we have Dragon Bat Spidey saying PS5 Pro anniversary this month, but where are the color variations for PS5 Pro cover plates? Sony promised 12 months ago. Yeah, I don't know, man. They only did the Ghost of Yote limited edition. That's about it. So I don't know. I'm thinking they're not going to do anything with it, which is weird. I don't know why they wouldn't. Whiskey, you're saying, for example, if we are short-staffed and try to get people from other departments to help, they can literally tell you to F off because it's union regulations. It sounds stressful either way. You know what I mean? It makes it almost impossible to cross-train operators for manufacturing. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, that does sound pretty tough. And who the hell is Carlos, a member for 13 months, says, hey, MBG, about to order a Portal for $120 and get premium. The new cloud streaming update that dropped is too inviting. And an early birthday gift for me. Well, that sounds like a good birthday gift, Carlos. I'm thinking about getting a Portal in the coming weeks. The thing I'm unsure of is if I'm going to subscribe to PlayStation Plus Premium, though. I would like to maybe to try out the cloud streaming like you're mentioning here. Just to see, Just to see. But I hope you enjoy it, man. And you're saying you're getting a Portal for $120. That seems like a really good deal. Portals usually go for 200. So I hope you enjoy, man. And thank you for being a member for 13 months. Yeah, I saw that Earth and GTA is coming back to PS Plus. The company who operates GTA Online is facing a lawsuit? Only reason my company hasn't shut the site down is because we have the gigantic coding machines, which can't be relocated. Well, I mean, I don't know. I hope Rockstar's able to sort it out. I hope the devs are able to sort it out. Obviously, I hope for the best outcome with situations like this, just because it's like, I don't know, man. With a game at the scale of GTA 6, you know, like, I guess also just the amount of pressure and expectation that's on it. I assume it's not going to be something that just goes perfectly smooth. You know, it's going to be something that is going to have some level of friction leading up to it. And I guess this is that. This is how it's presenting itself. How bad this is going to be or how bad it's going to get remains to be seen. But it is true that, like, it is true that Rockstar very likely would not have just fired these people if they weren't certain that they'll be able, as they put it, to get away with it, you know, or you know, like when they go through the legal process at some point, it's like we're good, we covered our tracks, you know what I mean? But Rockstar, they've always had like a kind of history of there being like not great working conditions. I don't know. We saw like Dan Houser left and Leslie Benzies left. And what's crazy is like we saw what happened with Leslie Benzies over at Build a Rocket Boy or something like that. Is that the name of the studio that did Mind's Eye? And apparently like they're being sued now. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. We have Armani Pepsi Coleman. Armani Pepsi Man. He says they will definitely have to show Rise of Hydra at the Game Awards, knowing they moved the date because they have a big window to start building hype. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Armani, I don't want to be like too negative, but I'm getting a little bit concerned about this game. Like, they haven't shown much of it. It got like indefinitely delayed. I will agree though, like, if there was ever a time to actually show something, you know, you delayed the game, so you got the disappointing news out there, right? Game Awards are next month. That's probably the time. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much hype there is for this game, Rise of Hydra, but it's a game that, again, Amy Hennig is attached to, and we haven't seen a game from her since, what, like Uncharted 3? So it's like there's a level of expectation there, but it does seem like it's going through maybe some problems. So I'll be hoping for the best, Armani. I'll be hoping that we get a proper look or update for Rise of Hydra next month. You say Armin right, but my name. It's the name of your brother. Irfan, how am I supposed to say your name again? Arfan? Arfan? Maybe I should give you a different name, Irfan. Maybe I should give you like a nickname. I don't know. Do you have a nickname? But yeah, man, I have no doubt that the GTA 6 delay in terms of what it's doing for the wider industry, causing panic. Whiskey, you're saying I'll like the Portal. The streaming actually works quite well. A lot of people have recommended the Portal to me since it came out. A lot of people telling me that I will enjoy it. Nerf fan. Irfan likes to play Nerf. So GTA 6 is going to miss the Game Awards cutoff date now for 2026. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's kind of crazy. GTA 6 Game of the Year 2027? Nate Dogg, let me check. Let me see if I can find your question. Hold on, let me check your channel activity here. You're saying, is it normal for the HDMI port to be less snug than the PS4? It wiggles a little in the port. The port itself doesn't move, and it works fine. I'm not sure, Nate. That's a good question. This is a question for everybody who owns a PS5 Pro. I mean, I don't mess around with my... Oh, God. I can't move my neck like that. I don't mess with the HDMI cord that's plugged in to it. Like, I don't mess with the port that much. So I can't confirm or deny that this is a similar situation. I mean, are you having any issues? Like, is it causing any display issues? Yeah, I mean, if you're moving it around a lot, maybe that could cause it. Titus says, I just plugged it in and it was fine. It's still in. Oh, damn. Okay. All right, we'll just stick with Irfan. Daniel says my PS5 Pro port wiggles too. Damn. Got those wiggly PS5 Pro ports? Uh-oh. Oh, and my, as I said that, my YouTube studio crashed. Damn. Do it wiggle, though. YouTube, leave me alone. Carlos, I actually don't know the answer to that question, man. I don't know. I would assume it is. All I know is that there's over 2,800 games. There's 2,800 games that are compatible, like cloud compatible. I don't know. I can't confirm if MGS3 or MGS Delta is one of those games, but that's a lot of games. So there's a high chance. You have a high chance of that game being compatible. Whiskey, you're saying I traveled with my launch PS5 a lot for 2 years. Eventually the port went out altogether and I got the Slim and a Portal to travel with. Yeah, I mean, I've moved my PS5 Pro around a little bit, but not a whole lot. And so, I don't know. The monitor I use it on sometimes gives me a problem with the signal, but I don't think it has anything to do with the actual PS5 Pro itself, like the HDMI port. I think it's actually a problem with the monitor, or the fact that I a lot of times have it connected to like a capture card. Sometimes it have to like kind of mess with the whole configuration to get it to work. You have a splitter array that you don't have to pull the HDMI out of the PS5 Pro, and the splitter has no latency or visual diminished for games. You're saying we need to get one? Perfect Image, you're saying for 2026, GTA 6 Game of the Year could be, the embargo could be on the 15th. So you're saying that like Jeff Keighley might mess with it a little bit? Maybe make an exception for GTA 6? Unless, is that the actual cutoff date? The 15th? So like you're saying maybe they'll get reviews of GTA 6 out there before the actual cutoff date, but the actual worldwide release of it will be after the cutoff date. I think that might be what you're trying to say, Perfect Image. And Sean Mitchell with a super chat. He says Rockstar are laughing. They're already thinking how much they're going to charge people for the next gen update, possibly the year after release. Oh man. Well, I mean, if we look at GTA 5, right? GTA 5 came out the final year of the PS3 and 360, right? And then the next gen consoles came out in 2013. If I recall correctly, GTA 5's next gen version for PS4 came out 1 year later, right? In 2014. Right? MBG may have herniated discs. Advice, bro. Concentrated cranberry pills might just be the recommended to supplement. That's so random, Corey. How does that work? Wait, you're telling me concentrated cranberry pills will help my disc herniation? I thought that was for like urinary health, like urinary tract health and stuff like that. Gaming Survivor says inject steroids into the herniated disc. I mean, that's a thing. That's like literally a thing if I went to the doctor. Mini Tom is very upset. Can't believe GTA 6 is coming out November 2026. I will be 28. Well, I mean, there's also the possibility it could get delayed again. Inject 10% synthol too, just for good measure. Yeah, man. Always got to go with the synthol. Well, I don't know that I'm expecting GTA to get delayed again because they have a whole year now, dude. But I also don't want to tell anybody to assume it won't get delayed either. Expect anything. Don't wait up for it. Don't wait up for GTA 6. It'll be here when it gets here. Luna, you good? You good? All right. So, yeah, if they delay it into 2027 at that point, you may as well just save it for PS6, you know? I just realized I haven't been hearting all my super chats. Sorry if I didn't heart your super chat. I did not do that on purpose. Capcom lawyer saying it's kind of funny how the narrative has changed on cloud/streaming games. All I was seeing was people clowning on it, especially when Microsoft/Nvidia pushed it. I've been using GeForce Now for a long time and love it. Hold on one sec. I'm going to respond to that in just a second, Capcom lawyer. I'm sorry I have to keep getting up and down. Capcom lawyer. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to cloud gaming, like, I feel like it's never been... I'm going to turn this off now, by the way. Cloud gaming, I feel like it's always been rejected to some level. Like, there's always been some level of rejection. And I think it's just because people have always had this kind of fear of like, oh, you know, we don't want to see cloud gaming take over and be like the only way you can play games, which I don't think was ever going to happen. And I specifically remember when like Google tried with Stadia, how like they were the first and only company to be stupid enough to be like, this is going to be the only way you play. And it died. It like died instantly. Are people starting to change their tune on it? Maybe. I think when it comes to the portal, I think what makes it a little bit more exciting for people, just a little bit. I think what makes it a little bit more exciting for the portal is that for a lot of people who bought it, it wasn't ever supposed to be able to do this. And I think that's why some people are expressing more excitement. Because I do agree that, you know, at the end of the day, it is still cloud gaming. And it's like, well, you know, if you weren't excited for cloud gaming before, you're probably not going to be excited for it now. Like, I mean, could you be excited for it just because it's PlayStation? Maybe, I guess. But that's kind of strange, right? I feel like it's one of these things where the people that I see excited for it seem to mostly be people who weren't necessarily anticipating that this was going to be a thing they could ever do on it. They didn't buy this device to do cloud streaming. They did it to do remote play streaming, you know? And so, I mean, I guess that's kind of like cloud streaming, but it's a little bit different because you're basically using your own PS5 as the server at that point. And I feel like I guess really what's probably getting people excited about this update for the PS Portal in particular, I think it has to do with the fact that it's your library of games now. However, I will say I've seen some people definitely complaining about the fact that you have to subscribe to PlayStation Plus Premium. I've definitely seen that. And I also think that's kind of annoying because if I get a Portal, I would like to try out the cloud streaming. I really don't know how I feel about subscribing to Premium to do that, though. Like, if I were to subscribe to Premium, it would probably be for just a month. and then I'm going to unsubscribe unless for some reason I start going out a lot more, and then I have much more reason to actually use cloud gaming. My whole thing with the portal when it comes to cloud streaming specifically is I'm just curious to try it out. But I don't see cloud gaming being my main way of engaging with games pretty much ever. Although I heard it's gotten a lot better. I heard a lot of people that have used Sony's cloud or played PS5 games through the cloud. They've all said good things. People who were using, like you're saying, GeForce Now. I've heard good things about GeForce Now for a few years. And even with Microsoft, with what they're doing with xCloud to a degree, I heard is pretty good. And Capcom, where you're saying it's an optional way to play. I play through Steam Deck, getting a 5080 performance and ultra settings. Use it for high performance games. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, if you, as long, it seems like we've gotten to a point with streaming, with cloud streaming games, that as long, if you have a good internet connection, I mean like a good one, right? One that's not shaky and unreliable. As long as you have a good internet connection, these days, when it comes to your cloud gaming options, you can have a pretty good experience. You're not going to be able to get a perfect experience. Like, I don't think, no matter how good cloud gaming is, no matter how much it improves, I don't think it will ever outdo the native hardware experience. I think that's just impossible to achieve. Could be wrong about that in the long run, but at least for now, I don't think that's going to happen. But it does seem like the options, as you're saying, like it's kind of a, I've always viewed cloud gaming as a supplemental way to enjoy games, you know? And Capcom, where you're saying plus streaming adds 6+ hours to the battery life. I was thinking about that too. Yeah, I was thinking about how, like, as cool as the upcoming PlayStation 6 handheld sounds, the difference between playing a game natively on that versus potentially choosing to stream a game instead, if you have a strong enough connection, that could be the difference between like this thing's going to be dead in 2 hours versus I can play this. I could get 7 hours plus out of this, there's that aspect as well. And that's also one of the reasons I think Sony's been able to keep the price of the Portal so cheap is it's literally just a cut in half DualSense with I think it's like an Xperia tablet or something, right? Like a Sony tablet. I'm like, that's also, I have a question. I feel like I asked this question before, but I forget what the answer was. For people who are playing the Portal, is the DualSense smaller? Like, I know it's a cut in half DualSense, but is it actually smaller than the regular DualSense? Because I was looking more closely at it. I'm like, the thumbsticks look a little bit smaller. Like they're shrunk down a little bit. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's like an illusion. It's not actually. Whiskey Gaming, you're saying some scientists just did an experiment where they transfer data faster than the speed of light. So never say never. Yo, you got to link me to this, Whiskey Gaming. What? Faster than the speed of light? Oh, shit. What data did they transfer? I thought nothing could go faster than the speed of light. It's the same. So you guys are saying that it's the same size. Well, Ray's saying the thumbsticks are smaller. So interesting. So the feel of the controller is that it's the same size, but the thumbsticks are smaller. I wonder how that feels. Smaller thumbsticks. Yo, do you think Sony would make a smaller DualSense? A slightly smaller DualSense? The DualSense is a pretty big controller. Got these little baby hands, They're about the size of the Switch thumbsticks. And apparently without violating Einstein's law of relativity, excuse me. I'll look for the research paper again. Yo, Whiskey Games out here, like, consuming those research papers. It's good shit, bro. Space expansion is faster than light. Yo, you guys want to hear the craziest thing about space? Josh, I'm not sure if your direct went through. Did it? Oh, it did. Yeah, I'm going to have to read it over. Before I do that, though, I just want to say, you know what the craziest thing about space is? and our study of it, 95%. Now, think about how big the universe is, right? And the universe, we can't fathom. We cannot fathom how large the universe actually is. But 95% of everything that makes up the universe is what we call dark matter and dark energy. And we've given it a cool name, dark matter, dark energy. Ooh. What's funny is we have no fucking idea what it actually is. Like, we don't know what it is. We don't know what it does. We know nothing about it. And I just think it's kind of funny to think that, bro, 95% of what makes all of this is something that we can detect it, but we can't see it. We can't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Food for thought. Josh says Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is still my game of the year. It's eaten everything's lunch MBG, although Death Stranding 2 beats Expedition 33 for me. Time for Yote Wolverine getting pushed up to August, September. That's what I'm thinking. Ow. Jeez. I need, man, I swear I need a neck brace right now. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking it's going to get pushed to the last 2 weeks of September. I'm locking down September 25th. That's my date. That's my date for Wolverine. But yeah, I forgot about that, Josh. I forgot that you I think you said you platinumed Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, right? That's still your game of the year. I'm not surprised. There's definitely still people where Kingdom Come Deliverance is their game of the year over everything. But I guess like Death Stranding 2 it takes the number 2 spot for you now. Oh yeah, a Ghost of Yote Legends coming early 2026. I keep forgetting about that. Titus Arc Raiders is your game of the year? I saw that thing with Shroud where he was like, people are getting all mad at what Shroud said, where he's like, come on, guys, we got to rise up. We got to rise up and make Arc Raiders game of the year. We cannot let Claire Obscure win or something like that. And I think it's so funny because people are getting really offended at that. I still think Claire Obscure is going to win game of the year, though. Have I heard the rumors that Rockstar's making a medieval game? No. Josh says I platinum Death Stranding 2. That shit sucked. Sean, you're saying Death Stranding 2 every day of the week? Death Stranding 2 is still my game of the year. Yeah. My game of the year is Fox Hunt. I'm just kidding. That shit is not game of the year. Yo, that Fox Hunt multiplayer is pissing me off. You know, okay. Give me just a minute here to rant. Yo, still fuck Konami because, bro, they are doing peer-to-peer servers again. They don't have dedicated servers, and it's such bullshit. I mean, you know, I'm like, dude, why are we playing like we're in the fucking PS2 era again, man? Like, I'm in a firefight with somebody in Metal Gear Fox Hunt, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a combat roll behind that fucking stack of containers there to take cover. And I combat roll behind the fucking containers, my character stands up and then just dies. I'm like, oh, that's cool, you know? Massive fucking lag. It's that peer-to-peer bullshit. On my screen, I did the roll, I was behind cover. On their screen, it never even happened. I hate the fact, like, I understand that it probably doesn't make much sense to do like dedicated servers for something so small, but it's just, God, like, I'm tired of these half measures with multiplayer from Konami. Like, do it right. God damn it. Rant over. But yeah, it's very frustrating. It still is. That's weird, Diego. Yeah, I don't. What's going on there? Daniel, you're saying Code Vein 2 is what you're looking forward to the most in 2026. Robert, you're heading off to work, or I hope you have a good work day, bro. Thank you for stopping by. The best PvP experience is right out there in Arc, and MVG's playing peer-to-peer on an inferior experience. Doesn't that just sum up my gaming life, bro? That about sums it up. Well, I mean, my whole thing is like, I always like to have a go-to multiplayer game. Oh shit, Quantum Entanglement. Yeah, Whiskey Gaming. I was looking into Quantum Entanglement. I'm like, Quantum Entanglement has to be some kind of proof that this is that like we are connected to something way out there, right? Like Quantum Entanglement to me is the closest thing to proof that like, you know how in spirituality it's like your higher self. Like there's a higher elevated version of you, spiritually speaking. I'm like, what if it's more literal though? Like this is literally a projection from something way out there, and it's quantum entanglement. Basically, is like the first evidence of like, wait, how can that be? We're all over the place. Multiplayer quantum entanglement. Yo, Konami's getting me fucking quantum entangled in their goddamn Fox Hunt multiplayer. Let me see. CERN has done crazy experiments with quantum. Dude, CERN is scary. CERN is awesome, but also scary. Although for some reason, Whiskey, it's not showing me the link. I don't know if YouTube's blocking it or something. CERN, bro. Wolverine says he's really excited for Saros. You still need to play Stray, Lady Gamer. You should play. It's really good. It's really, really good. Stray was a fantastic. I really enjoyed Stray. The gameplay isn't anything like crazy, but great storytelling. Stray made me sad at the end. I'm not gonna lie. The storytelling in Stray is fantastic, and it's art, man. It's art. But yeah, the ending is sad. It's so fascinating. Like I think Stray is actually probably more relevant now than it was. I mean, it was still relevant when it came out. Obviously, it's not that old, but it's a very good game. Stray's very good. Kane is a good one too. Bridge of Spirits. Call of Duty has to be worried about next year's release. They have to. Yeah. Well, speaking of Call of Duty, man, like, so where are we at with Black Ops 7? Like, is does it seem like it's actually going to kind of struggle? Is it going to do fine now? I haven't been paying close attention. Angry Well Watcher says I played Stray day one and dropped it because it hard crashed my PS5 twice. Damn, bro. You should go back and give it a shot though. It's probably patched or fixed or whatever. It's worth it. It's a good game. Whiskey Gaming are saying, damn, well, that sucks, but basically they used quantum entanglement to send a very small amount of data across the university basically instantly. I'm sure I'm way oversimplifying that though. Yeah. Yeah, the realm of quantum physics, generally speaking, is like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just say this now and in the future it won't be like this, but I feel like for as awesome as science is, like it just is it's interesting to me that we keep hitting certain roadblocks that I don't know. I guess that's kind of the nature of scientific discovery is what seems like a roadblock now, 100 years from now won't be. I don't know, but there's just some things where it's like dark energy and dark matter, right? Right now it feels like we're never going to like we literally have no way of ever finding out what that is. And I do wonder like is that by design? I find the idea of planetary travel like oh can we ever go to like I see videos of all these exoplanets like these exoplanets Or like it's like 40 light years away. Like Terrace, some shit. I don't know the name of it, but it's like this exoplanet that seems perfect for life. It's like a super Earth. Helldiver super Earth, bro. It's like 40 light years away. And it's like, so what does that mean? Like, I fuck if I know, bro. Like, how are we going to go there? We can't. This is the shit you read when you're bored in airports. That's the irony of it, right? But I just think it's funny because it's like there could be, like, there's a planet we see that, based off of all of our calculations, it's in the Goldilocks zone. It's perfect. It's perfect for life. And it looks like it could be like a super Earth. 40 light years, that's how long it would take light to travel in 40 years, bro. We don't got nothing that can travel that fast. Not even close. So it's like, what do we do? It's like we can't do anything. It's stuff like that that makes me feel like something's going on here, bro. Like something, like it feels like it's purposely constructed this way sometimes, where it's like, we'll let you see it. Can't do nothing about it. It's just like, well, what gives? We need to figure out ion propulsion drives. Also a thing people are researching, some straight up Star Trek shit. Well, yeah, because that's the only way. Like the more we begin to understand about the universe and how ridiculous it is in terms of like distance and how long it would take to get to go anywhere, it's like, yeah, we got to figure some shit out, man. Like we got to figure out how to instantly teleport. Like if there are aliens, and we see these ships, and we're like, what is that? Is that actually a UFO? Is it a UAP? Whatever. Is that actually an alien? If they are, they figured that shit out. Like they figured out how to literally like instantaneously go from point A to point B. They broke the system. But for us, I don't know. We're not there. And I think we're still very far from being there. You start to ask the question, like, could we ever get there? I don't know, man. It always throws me into an existential crisis. So the reality is, if we don't solve immortality, the universe is anywhere we can go in 5 years. Wait, Titus, I don't understand. We just need to, oh, you're saying so we just need to achieve immortality, then we can get there. Well, I think that's what's so fascinating about AI. Like we're trying to figure out when or if AI can become conscious. But the thing is, we don't really know how to determine what that, is this AI conscious? Like what is consciousness? We don't really know how to quantify that or like here's the mark. If you hit this mark, you're conscious. We don't know. Like we're conscious, right? Like we have consciousness, but we don't know how or why. And we can't really explain it. Like there isn't just something there. It's like, oh, there it is. There's that little like part in your brain. It's like there's your consciousness. So like if we look at other things, we can see if that same thing is there. We don't have that. Capcom, that's it. That's an absolutely wild super chat, but probably true. That's the wildest way I've heard somebody describe being deceased. He could have just said we'll be dead before we figure that out. But he's got to say worms will be violating us. Delta is on cloud streaming. Good stuff. All right. Good to know. Yeah, maybe I'll have to try that out. Digital Dude 27 says, we've been through this before. Remember? Just bite this fruit and you won't die. Oh, shit. Digital Dude getting biblical up in here. Yo, I've been seeing some weird shit pop up. Not weird, but fascinating stuff pop up on like Gnosticism and whatnot. Like the secret teachings of Jesus and all this stuff, which I think is like considered taboo for something for some people and their beliefs. But I was like looking into it. I'm like, yo, this is some crazy ass shit. But you know, there's like I'm open minded to that stuff, and I'm listening to. I'm like, yo, that'd be crazy. Like that's like that stuff's super fascinating to me because the whole idea is like there's like I don't know if you want to call it like a false god, but like like a messed up god. There's like this like I was like a different dimension, I guess you could say, where it's like everything's perfect here. You know, like it's what you would call like heaven, like true divinity. And then like one of them, like somebody up there, I forget who they like create like they're like I can do that too. I can create a god. And then like they tried to create a god, and it was like, oh my god, that's not a god. Like there's something wrong with that. And so they're like, we're gonna put you over here. Like we're gonna create this universe and put you there, so you're not here with us. And then like the demiurge is, I think that's what it's called, the demiurge or some shit. It's really interesting. It was like angry. It's like, no, you bitches. Like I'm just as good as you. Oh, what? I ain't good enough? Is that what you're saying? So basically, the demiurge like took some of the light from the divinity, from the divine, threw it into planet Earth, created Adam. Like there you go. So it's like the idea is we are trapped here, right, by the demiurge or whatever. But we have that like spark of light within us. I'm reviewing the PS5 Pro, by the way. That's what this is. This is all a metaphor for the PS5 Pro. I'm going to explain my experience with the PS5 Pro through Gnosticism. All right. Are you talking about? Yes, I am. So the Spark is basically Mark Cerny, okay? And the PS5 Pro is like a human. All right? And the Demiurge is Microsoft. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, that's some crazy shit right there. But it's all fascinating stuff, you know? Yes, I mean, some people believe that, Capcom lawyer. Everybody has their beliefs on it, you know, and I just kind of, I don't know. I don't have one solidified belief. I just look at all the different things and I think, you know, maybe some of it could be true, maybe some of it isn't. You know, I certainly believe that things can be manipulated throughout time. My favorite thing though, is the fact that the scientific community is now questioning the Big Bang and whether or not, like, wait, hold on. Like we're finding out like the universe may actually be older than we thought. And I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. Where it's like we spend all this time as, you know, arrogant human beings. You know, it's fine. Like we think it's like, oh, the universe is approximately 13 billion years old. And it's like, so you think you know that. It's like, well, yeah, here's the Big Bang. That's when it started. And then like we make a better telescope. And that telescope is showing us shit that's like, oh, wait, you know what? Hold on a second, though. Hold on. And I don't blame science. It's not science's fault. Like, they're just, you know, we're limited. That's the thing. We're like limited in what we can see and explore. But it's just so funny and fascinating to me that it's like, you know what? Actually, we made a better telescope that can see a lot further. Turns out this place is a lot older than we thought. It's like breaking everything. It's like breaking our models and shit. Like, that's awesome. It's cool because it's like, you know, keep going. You know, learn it. Let's figure it out as much as we can. But it also gives me this general sense of like, we're not allowed to know shit. I get that feeling. I really get that feeling that we're not allowed to know shit. And anytime we think we know something, it's like, you don't know nothing, bro. You don't know nothing. And this is why, you know, God brought us Mark Cerny. You know, he brought us Mark Cerny on planet Earth, and Mark Cerny will say, I will bestow upon you the gift of console gaming, elite advanced console gaming. And, you know, the PS5 Pro was born. And so all this is to say the PS5 Pro is pretty great, but not without its shortcomings. Not without its shortcomings. Oh shit. Craziest PS5 Pro review ever. Cerny is a celestial. That's a crazy way to put it, Irfan, but I guess technically, yeah. Is that what I said? I think I just said that. I think I just said that. But yeah, it's really hard to focus on all this like wider, far-reaching stuff. You know, when we're here, you know, we got to wake up every day, worry about how you're going to survive and get by, right? We all have our lists, I guess, that we have to check the boxes off throughout the day. Cerny liquid cooled each PS5 personally. I don't want to know what that means, Hanzo. That sounds kind of crazy. I love how this just basically turned into a members lounge, man. How many shrooms do you think Kojima has taken during his career? I wouldn't be surprised if it was none. Like people make that joke, but I don't know, man. I think that there are just some people where like they just have these crazy ideas. Like they don't necessarily need to like be, you know, they don't need. I think Kojima is just one of those people. I think he's just one of those people where it's like he doesn't need to do all these exploratory hallucinogens and stuff. I think he's just the stuff just comes to him naturally. I like to think that Kojima is the type of person that if he started doing that stuff, it would make him totally normal and average, and he'd just be like a totally chilled out normal person without these crazy ideas. There are multiple dimensions of us. Dude, I love how like Planck time or Planck theory, it's not Planck time, it's like Planck theory. Planck theory basically says like, yeah, there might be 10 dimensions, bro. Like we can't prove it, but there's like that seems to be the only evidence, potential evidence that like there might be like 10 dimensions, and it's just like what? But it's like even if it's true, it's like what are we supposed to do with that? Like yeah, bro, there's 10 dimensions. Ain't that some shit? It's like I guess so. I don't know what that would mean. I don't know why. I don't know. All I know is I don't know. Kojima doing some ayahuasca. I mean, he may have. He may have. It could be that. He just gets all his ideas from movies. That's true. I mean, he doesn't hide the fact that his biggest inspiration are all the movies. And that's the thing, like a lot of filmmakers, they're the ones doing the drugs. You know, they're the ones taking the stuff. But I don't know, Kojima, he's had some pretty crazy ideas too. Kojima's funny. Yo, Perfect Image is like MBG Marvel explains that. Marvel's gonna be the one to explain the multiverse, all the different dimensions. Broccoli Rob, Titus is playing Arc Raiders. Titus says it's his game of the year. A lot of filmmakers also look at games. Yeah, that's true too. Did you guys see that there were like leaked images or I guess set images of the upcoming Resident Evil movie? Looks kind of cool. Looks promising. It looks like a snowy Raccoon City or something. Like this could be good. This could be the Resident Evil movie we've been waiting for. That explains the casting of the Last of Us series. Dude, I still can't believe how bad The Last of Us HBO season 2 was, man. Like I still can't believe that. I just don't understand how you messed it up that bad. But I guess it's not uncommon though, right? Like these things happen. Did you guys see like The Witcher season 4 or something like is tanking? on Netflix. It's just like it's doing less than half the numbers or something. I don't know. I just don't know how you mess that stuff up, man. Bella Ramsey's a dad now. Ryan, yeah, dude, the earlier Resident Evil movies are insane. I remember when I was a kid and I saw the first Resident Evil movie. It came out in like 2002, and I was like, this is kind of scary. But even as a kid, you know, and playing a couple of the games, I'm like, this is like, I just remember being kind of weirded out by the movie. You know what I remember? If you guys remember the very first Resident Evil movie that came out in 2002, I think that's the year it came out. There was like that guy. I don't remember the name of the character, but I kept thinking he was Leon. I'm like, that guy must be Leon, right? It was like the dude that was helping out Alice, I think her name is in the game. And I'm like, I didn't like, who is Alice? Like, she's not in the Resident Evil games. I don't know who that is. But I remember thinking that other dude, that must be Leon. But then at the end of the movie, Umbrella like captures him and takes him away. And then you find out that, oh no, they turned him into Nemesis. And I just remember being like, where the fuck is Leon? Like, come to think of it, where the fuck is anybody? Like, where's Chris? Where's Claire? Where's anybody? You know? Where's Wesker? And of course, like, all these characters were kind of randomly added later on, but it was so stupid. It was so stupid because it's just like the whole idea of the Resident Evil movies were like, here's this character, Alice, and it just became super stupid. I mean, like, mega brain rot stupid, where it's like, she's just like a superhero. It is very stupid. Like, dude, the Resident Evil movies are so bad, but they're like bad to a degree where, like, if you want to laugh at a movie, like, you want to watch something that's so bad it's funny, so bad it's good. I think a lot of the Resident Evil movies turned into that. But eventually they did bring like Leon and stuff in, and they were treated like side characters. All you need to know, listen, if you guys want to know the situation with the Resident Evil movies, all you need to know is that, what's her name? Mila Jovovich, the actress in those movies, her husband is the director. So if you're wondering why that those movies are the way they are, that should explain a lot. Josh, you're saying, I'm hoping that Stranger Things can stick the landing. It's been consistently great, but it's so easy to fumble a final season. You know what's crazy is, like, I've watched every season of Stranger Things, and I'm not kidding. And I'm not like a hater by any means, but I literally, like, I'm experiencing for the first time what it means to stop caring. Well, actually, the first time I experienced that was with The Walking Dead. But this is like, I don't know what happened where, like, getting seasons of shows, it used to be like yearly, right? And now it's just for many shows, if not all, it's like you have no idea how long it's going to be. Could be 2 years, could be 6. Fuck if I know. It's like, for the Stranger Things is like the first time where I'm seeing the marketing ramp up to it, and I'm like, I literally, like, I should care, and I wish I could, but I don't. Something just happened where it's like I just don't care anymore. I don't remember anything. You know, and I remember the only thing I actually feel like I do remember is the last 2 seasons, the final episodes. It always felt like, oh, that's it, it's over, it's the end. And like, no, we got another season. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, the thing that's interesting to me about the Stranger Things finale is that apparently it's like 10 episodes, and each episode's like an hour or an hour and a half long. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, every episode's basically a movie. So that is kind of cool. And that, you know, I don't want to say I'm never going to watch it. Eventually I probably will, but I just have no hype for it. Like, I'm not sitting here being like, I can't wait to watch Stranger Things. I'm just like, eventually I'll be looking for something to watch, and like, oh, I'll just watch the final season of this show, you know? But I remember me and Mrs. MBG were thinking about rewatching the first 4 seasons. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, I'm good. I'll watch a recap. I can't go through that again. Not that it was bad. It's just it's a lot. It's like too much. And Michael Lynch, you're saying, however, we find out how to do interplanetary travel. It's clear we need to get Matt Damon and Matthew McConaughey involved. Obviously, yeah. Maybe that's why it's not working. That's why it's not coming together, Michael. Why are they not involved? They think this is a joke? Josh, you're saying this is your highlight of the year? Well, you have to let me know how it is, man. Let me know what you think of it when it comes out. I mean, who knows? I may still end up watching it because I know Mrs. MBG, she likes Stranger Things a lot. I think she likes it more than I do. And I don't know how closely she's paying attention to it. When does it come out? I know it comes out really soon, right? They just had the premiere. So I might end up watching it because say, hey, you want to watch Stranger Things? I'd be like, sure. We're watching all the Chucky movies right now. We were trying to do a horror movie marathon throughout October to do all the Michael Myers movies and all the Chucky movies, and we're running behind. So November 26th. Okay. So that's at the end of the month. I guess I'll see where I'm at that point, what I'm watching. But I should probably talk a little bit about the PS5 Pro. I feel bad because, like, I feel like at this point the title's straight up misleading. Again, this is probably going to be a shorter stream today because my neck is in a ton of pain. But let's talk about the PS5 Pro. Okay, the PS5 Pro officially came out 1 year ago today. And I don't know how many of you guys here have a PS5 Pro. It's enough of this interplanetary travel talk. Enough of this Stranger Things talk. How many of you guys here have a PS5 Pro? And how has your experience been so far? Carlos, you still have a regular PS5? Because I know a lot of people did not upgrade. Oh, yo, Shems, the Mummy movies are awesome. I saw they're making another one. Shems, you don't have a Pro? Irfan, you don't have a Pro? Does anybody here have a Pro? Titus, you have one? Saying it's okay, nothing special, to be honest. Sinai says he has one. Wabadude says still rocking the base PS5. Josh didn't get the Pro. Perfect Image has a day one PS5. Broccoli Rob has one. Angry Well Watcher says he has one. Saying it makes FF7 Rebirth look so much better. Masochist Mode says the Pro is great for the Portal. The quality is better. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, true. True. Hellbound, you have one? Spine, you're saying Pro, the best thing so far has been the 1 terabyte native storage, and FF7 Rebirth was playable. Eric, you have a Pro. Irfan, you're saying you were never into doing mid-gen upgrades. Tin Blood has one. Yuri has one. Wait, Android guy, you're saying some insiders saying it's being delayed till 2027. What, GTA 6? Brian says, MBG, I'm waiting to update my TV first to make it worth the upgrade. Interesting. Well, I do wonder. I don't know. Like, I wonder if going into 2026, if you don't have a PS5 Pro yet, if it might just be worth waiting for the PS6 at that point. You have a PS6 prototype? Pretty much. Well, I'll give you my general thoughts on the PS5 Pro for the 1 year that I've had it. So the first question I'll answer is, does the PS5 Pro, did it do what Sony and Mark Cerny told me it would? Yes. Mostly yes. Anytime I've played a game that has been PS5 Pro enhanced, I would say 8 out of 10 times I could actually notice it. I would say maybe like 7 out of 10. And then there's like 30, anywhere between 20 and 30% of the time where the game is PS5 Pro enhanced. And I'm not really noticing anything too significant. It's like, oh, yeah, I can kind of see it, you know? But also, it varies because everybody's playing different games on the Pro. And yeah, you have to have a good TV, of course, a good screen. My biggest problem with the Pro, though, and this is my biggest problem, it's not actually the Pro itself. My biggest problem is the fact that there have been too many developers and too many games not supporting it. You know? I mean, that's fair, Josh. A lot of people feel that way, and that's why I've always been very careful about the way I recommend the Pro to people, where it's like, if you watch some comparison videos at 4K and you struggle to see any difference, you probably won't enjoy the Pro much. But it depends on how sensitive you are to these things. Some people notice stuff, other people don't. Like I remember one of the games that I really was struggling to see a major difference was with like Alan Wake 2, where it was like they did add like some ray tracing, and Alan Wake 2 is already a great looking game, and I'm like, I'm not really seeing much here. Like it looks good, and I can see the ray tracing. Like when I notice the ray tracing, I'm like, oh, okay, I see that. But it's like, it's not that big of a deal. But when I play something like Demon Souls Remake, which to me is like, okay, that was a game I played on the base PS5 at 60 frames per second in the performance mode. And I remember toggling between the performance and the fidelity mode, and I'm like, I can see a big difference in terms of crispness, and how good the resolution looked. So when I played Demon Souls in the performance mode, I think it would be somewhere around 1440p, 60 FPS, but I could tell like it's not that like native 4K resolution, because when I would switch it to quality mode, it would drop the frame rate to 30, but when I stood still, I'm like, now that's a native 4K. When they updated Demon Souls for the PS5 Pro, suddenly the two merged, where you're getting a native 4K visual at 60 frames. And I'm like, okay, that I can see. Like, I definitely noticed that. And playing a game more recently, like Ghost of Yotei, now these are first party games, so obviously they're going to be the ones taking most advantage of the Pro. Ghost of Yotei looks phenomenal. Where I'm like, I'm scrolling through the performance mode, the fidelity mode, and then the performance pro mode. And I'm like, the performance pro mode, to me, this is what makes something like the Pro shine. Where it's like, I'm getting that 4K presentation at 60 frames per second, consistent 60 frames, no drops, and there's some, little bit of ray tracing sprinkled throughout. Like that's quite nice. But a game that I played last year, I guess it would be earlier this year, I was playing some Black Ops 6 Zombies, and Black Ops 6 is apparently Pro enhanced. And I played that game. Like for example, Mrs. MVG would play it in the living room PlayStation 5, which is a base PS5, and there's no difference. It's like I cannot see the difference. They say it's Pro enhanced. They say they did all this stuff for the Pro. I don't see it. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not like a huge deal. I guess just I'm sure there's something going on. Maybe if I was playing it at like 120 frames, I would notice a bigger difference. But generally speaking, it's like the biggest problem I've noticed. I mean, and to be fair, there have been instances like Metal Gear Solid Delta, where Metal Gear Solid Delta, it's like, man, this game looks phenomenal. But on the Pro, it still looks great. But they clearly struggled with PSSR, and that's something that's been a concern for me with the PS5 Pro, where PSSR, when it's utilized properly, I think does amazing things. Like it clearly does some heavy lifting. But the problem seems to lie with certain game devs and whether or not they can actually properly implement it or not. This is why I think next year is going to be interesting for the Pro with that big PSSR update. Because my understanding is that the next big update for PSSR is going to be like the big one, like PSSR 2.0, which will essentially, it will still be labeled as PSSR, but it will essentially be FSR 4, but with the PlayStation branding on it. or be like retrofitted to work on console. And so to me, I want to see if there's like a noticeable uptick in like devs being like, yeah, we're supporting the PS5 Pro, and the enhancements are going to be even more noticeable. So I'm expecting to see just an across the board improvement. But yes, the truth is, for the PS5 Pro, for the price of it, it's not cheap. It's $750, I think, right? And especially if you want the disk drive, I mean, you're looking at over $800. So you 100% expect, like, to see significant. Thank you, Gaming Survivor. You 100% expect to see significant enhancements and improvements. And to be fair, they are there in certain games. But if you're somebody that like you believe for that asking price, it should be there for all games. You should see a demonstrable difference across all games. That's just not the case. And that's the nature of the beast, I suppose, of Sony taking the chance to do another mid-gen refresh. And I try to be a little. I personally feel okay being a little bit lenient towards Sony with the Pro, only because I know they're trying to figure out PSSR. I understand that like this is going to be really important to the future of their hardware and their platform and their development platform. And so it's like, hey, if you buy a PS5 Pro, you're kind of like a beta tester for it. Yeah, you kind of are. And with that comes some mixed results. You'll get really good stuff, really great enhancements. You'll get developers that just aren't enhancing anything at all. And you'll get some enhancements that are questionable, that are like, what's going on here? So I think for me, the second year PS5 Pro will be the true determining factor in like whether this thing will be worth it. Because I mean, I don't know. It's tough for me to say whether it was worth it or not, because it's like, I cover PlayStation here on the channel. So it's like, I can always justify it by being like, oh, it's a business expense and it's for the channel and whatnot. But, if I wasn't running the channel, would I regret it? I don't know if regret would be the right word, but I think there's a more appropriate way to phrase it is I would have been fine without it. Like, I definitely didn't need it. You know what I mean? I definitely didn't need it. And I think that, if you're somebody who was like, I'm not sold on the PS5 Pro, maybe you're feeling a little bit of FOMO. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of like, oh man, do I need it? Like, because that's how this stuff works. But if you kind of like held off on it and you're like, no, I'm still going to wait, I think you probably made the right choice. That's not to say that it's not worth it. It's just like, if you had that instinctual, like, I don't know that this is going to be something that makes that big of a difference for me. You're probably right. It probably wouldn't. But, at the same time, if you're somebody who can afford it and, knowing that a lot of AAA games will be enhanced, and some of those enhancements you will notice, and that's something that is just like, I would assume for day one buyers or people who bought it within the first couple months, it's like, oh, I definitely want that. Like, I want the best versions of some of these games on console. And you definitely got that, But yeah, man, this PSSR 2.0 update that's coming next year, I think that's going to be the real question mark, and like, this should, in theory, make a big difference to developers. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Lady Gamer. Games on the base PS5 still look amazing. AMD and NVIDIA will be constantly updating their AI frame gen tech more often than Sony and PSSR. I reckon Sony will drop it for PS6. I'm not sure yet. On that. I guess we'll have to see how the implementation of FSR 4 goes in PSSR 2.0. We'll see how that goes. Michael, you're saying you give your PS5 Pro a hug at night, or a hug at least once a day. I don't know why I said at night. It's better than the Xbox consoles. MRPD, you're saying, look, at the end of the day, GTA 6 will run 60 FPS on Pro console only, and that alone justifies the purchase for me. Probably the majority of fans who are into a premium console. I don't know, though, man. I don't know. Like, we don't know that yet, right? I hope you're right. MRPD, I hope you're right. Like, I would, that'd be amazing. If you want to try something different entirely, I clicked up a jazz. Oh, we got a jazz song? Okay. Maybe we'll play that towards the end of the stream. Carlos, you're saying PSSR has been a mixed bag so far. Even the old FSR2 works better on PC because you can always crank up the native resolution to native 1440p or higher, and the image quality is really good. Well, that's the thing, man, is like PSSR, we're still working on the first version. And the first version of all of these AI upscalers and stuff, the first version is always pretty shit. And you know, I think there's a certain level of, again, leniency there where it's like, I do think the second like 2.0 PSSR update, it should be leaps and bounds better. Like if PSSR 2.0 that comes next year actually delivers like the same results that full FSR4 gives, that's going to be big, I think. If it can be easily implemented to all these different game engines, much easier than the current version, and it can produce similar results, or let's just say the same results as FSR4, that could be pretty big. But, you know, we don't know yet. Mark Cerny's talked about this, but we haven't seen it yet. I guess we'll just have to remain patient. Like, there's a chance that the PS5 Pro might get a lot better next year, which is interesting because I feel like you really couldn't say that before. Not in the same way, anyway. Well, yeah, if you want the best of the best in terms of graphics, generally speaking, yeah, you usually want to go to PC for that. So I don't know. I mean, you know, there was this whole idea of like the PS5 Pro being a scam. It's definitely not a scam, but you just have to know what you're buying. You know what I mean? You have to know what you're getting into, especially for the price point. You have to know that you are going to pay premium, and sometimes the results you get are not going to feel worth the money. Other times it is. And I think it's totally understandable why anybody would hear that and say, I'm good. It's totally understandable. It's also totally understandable why anybody who's an enthusiast and really cares about that in the console space would say, okay, I'm still going to buy it. So I think the Pro is right where it needs to be for now. And I'm assuming it will get better. But I feel like, you know, if you saw the way people reacted to the PS5 Pro last year, I think I ended up being kind of correct in my assumption and my prediction of like how people are going to settle on this thing. And what I predicted is that the people who really want it are going to buy it. All the people who screamed about it are going to move on because they're going to realize you don't need to buy it. And it's just going to exist in this space for truly just the enthusiast console gamer who really feels like this is something they want to try to get the best version of AAA games on console. I feel like that's exactly where we are. I don't think anybody, like, you don't really see people upset about the PS5 Pro in terms of its pricing because it's just like nobody ever said the PS5 base was going away, right? Damn, bro. That's Savage Gaming Survivor. Capcom lawyer saying if Rockstar can only get GTA 6 to run 60 on Pro, I don't think they do it and risk sales on base hardware as people would be pissed being forced to upgrade. MRPD response to that saying it's optional to upgrade. It's just a benefit for pro users if it really runs 60. Yeah, I don't know, man. Here's the thing about GTA 6 running at 60 FPS on the Pro, right? When it comes to frame rates, more often than not, it's dependent upon the CPU. So, like, a game that can't hit 60 frames on a console. Well, see, I don't even know if that's true though, because like I mean, like how many fucking games this gen couldn't run at 60? Like a serious question. Like how many games couldn't run at 60? I like can't think of any. It's like very, 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 very few. Like less than 5. Oh, Gotham. Oh my God, Gotham. Yeah, that's that one. That's such an outlier, right? Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights can't run at 60. You're saying most of Unreal Engine 5? No, that's not true, is it? I think it has some issues, but I don't think there's many Unreal Engine 5 games that are capped at 30. And we're pretty excited for the new Lego Batman game. No, I think Rise of the Ronin has 60 FPS mode. Perfect Image, I'm pretty sure. I just think it wasn't that great. Oh, I do remember that, Matt. Yeah, they fixed that though, but I do remember that was a problem. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like I'm more of a believer when it comes to GTA 6 that it's either going to be a full 60 across the board, and basically like if you play let the performance, like there could be like a performance pro mode for GTA 6, kind of like Ghost of Yotei, where you're not getting like the 60 FPS is something that's available on the other consoles, but you're going to get a little bit of ray tracing. You're gonna get just a prettier version of the game overall, a sharper, shinier version of the game. That to me seems much more likely than this is the only version that runs at 60. I say that just because, well, I mean that would be very unusual. Like we haven't really seen that with anything. And it just seems like a game is either designed with 60 FPS in mind or it isn't. A game is either going to hit that 60 FPS target or it's not. And I think it's more likely that it's either going to be 30 across the board or 60 across the board with a performance mode. But yeah, I think that I think some people would be very upset if the Pro was the only way you could get 60 on console, but Sony would be like, that works in our favor, you know? And Capcom lawyers saying Rockstar still hasn't even given 60 FPS for Red Dead 2. Yeah, but I think I don't think that's because they can't. I think it's just because they're not. I think they're saving that. I think they're saving it. I don't think it's a matter of like struggle per se. Gaming Survivor, you're saying Digital Foundry has created more autism in the gaming community than Tylenol, people fixating on frame rates and shit. I mean, I will admit, I get into the weeds sometimes. I get a little bit autistic about it, Um, and I do start to feel kind of dumb because I'm like, how much does this matter? But see, that's what's interesting though, is it's like, well, if I'm willing to buy an expensive device to see better results, then I'm basically telling you that I can see the difference. So if I can see the difference when it's going up, surely I can see the difference if it's going down, right? So that's where I feel like it's pretty fair, I would say. Like the criticisms that the PS5 Pro has gotten with some games, it's fair. But like Metal Gear Delta was an interesting example for me where it's like that when it first launched, it's like it seems to be fixed now, if I understand correctly. But you know, prior to launch, it felt like, yeah, Digital Foundry's analysis hurt the hype of that game a lot. I'm not saying it's digital. I'm not blaming Digital Foundry. They're just doing their job. But like people were really like, "Oh my god." And I'm like, I'm not letting this stop me. I'm getting the fucking game and I'm going to play it. And I'm not going to lie. Like I'm playing it and I'm like, "Listen, man. When I'm playing this game, I shoot that barrel, it causes an explosion. Do I see that shit drop? Do I see that frame rate tank? Absolutely I do. Do I care? No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. Like that, and I say that because it's like it's not like that throughout the entire game. It's like there's a couple areas where it's like, I can see that, and I notice it. But for the majority of the game, it's like it's running just fine. You know, um, to me, it became much more annoying when when I was thinking about playing the multiplayer, but they did update it. So I'm just saying that like it's okay to criticize these things, and they should they should be pointed out, and we want to point it out so that they'll fix it. But I think it's also okay if you're like, I don't really give a shit. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna enjoy myself. It's like this with everything, man. Like people make such a big deal about shit, but it's like I think most people who are enjoying their shit, they don't care, man. They don't like they just want to enjoy their shit. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me be. I just want to enjoy stuff. You want to see things that really suck? Go out there. Just go out there in the world, bro. PS I almost said PSR. PS5 Pro will have a pro ray tracing mode. Calling it now. If I'm wrong, 50 bomb. Bookmark it for GTA 6. MRPD locked it in right now. 50 bomb if. So you're saying if it doesn't have a pro ray tracing mode, you'll drop a 50 bomb. All right, we'll try to keep. I mean, it's a whole year from now. I'll see if I can keep it locked in my mind. And Capcom lawyer saying they'll save the 60 FPS for the PS6 version 1 year later. Then, like people have said, it'll be an optional upgrade if you want that. Oh, they're gonna lock the 60 FPS behind the PS6. Oh shit. Well, what's interesting is like I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, when they do bring out a PS6 version, what could they offer to make it seem worth it? I mean, the 60 FPS would definitely do the job. That would do the trick. But fuck, man. I mean, look, when we look at the GTA 6 trailer we got, the level of detail is through the roof. MBG, a YouTuber called Tyrone Magnus, did a video earlier today talking about how GTA 6 got delayed and it looks legit. Was it Mini Tom? Was he covering like the union busting stuff from Rockstar? Because if that's what you're referring to, we did cover that earlier. Unless there's something else that came out that I'm not aware of. Mini Tom, the way you word that, it almost seems like you're unaware that GTA 6 got delayed. Yeah, we did cover that earlier, Mini Tom. We talked about that. And yeah, it seems like it could have something to do with it for sure. If they have not updated Red Dead Redemption 2 in years to make it run at 60 FPS, that means they don't care. GTA 6 will break all records anyway, even if it runs at 25 FPS. Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is like the level of detail we're seeing with GTA 6, we have not seen anything like this. Like, honestly, if any deeper analysis of GTA 6 will show you, or tell you, I should say, show you and tell you that the level of detail we're seeing in this world so far, there's a reason why this game is going to be, it's going to break all records. There's a reason why it's a force to be reckoned with, because there is no other game that comes close to that level of detail for an open world game. That is, we're not talking about like a linear corridor game. I think when you look at that and you kind of take it all in, like I encourage people, you don't have to right now, but I would play that, dude. I don't think I could play the trailer. Sometimes it gets copyrighted, which is so fucking annoying. I encourage people to look. Maybe I could bring up screenshots though. Hold on, I do have a bunch of screenshots saved. Maybe we could take a quick look at them, and I just made a really weird noise. See if it'll let me. I have a whole file here. Hold on. Got GTA 6 images. So let me find. Where's the one with the strip club? So here's a GTA 6 image. Like, I mean, there's one picture here though. Well, not that. Hold on. Thank you. Where is it? There's like 67 images in here. Here we go. This one to me is kind of crazy. Like, I mean, just look at that. Like, look at everything that's going on here. Or if you're saying, wait, are these new? No, these are not new. These images have been out for a little while. I think a lot of people don't know about it. Yeah, I mean, that's what's interesting. Many times you're saying, how is this delayed, bro? It looks perfect. I mean, these are still images, you know what I mean? Like, for all we know, this could, if they're trying to run this, it's like running at 3 frames per second. You know, it could be buggy as hell. But I mean, even just looking at the detail, I mean, I don't know if it's going to come through as clearly on my stream because my stream is compressed at 1080p. But when you look at these images in like 4K, dude, I don't think this game's going to hit 60, bro. Like, this is just one small area. Look at the NPC activity and the level of detail. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. The water, the level of detail on each NPC. I mean, fucking A. Let's see what other pictures I can find here. Here's one. I mean, shit looks real. Trying to. I think maybe I'll just center it. I don't care if I cover myself. I mean, you know, even when I just look to the left side of the image, I'm just going to make it full screen. Why is this giving me such a hard time? Just to center it. I don't understand. But like, even when I look to the left, right? If you look at the curb, if you look at the road, you look at the curb, like, dude, you know what's crazy? I'm looking at it, and if I see it clearly, let me put my glasses on here. You got like the fucking leaves, you know, the leaves that have collected on the side of the curb. I bet you there's physics there. Like, I bet you if you ride fast enough along, you know, next to it, that, you know, you'll blow those leaves forward a little bit. The dirt. And I'm not trying to get like too lost in the sauce here. I'm just saying, like, you know, when you look at this extreme fucking level of detail, keeping in mind how big the open world's going to be, I just don't know how the CPU inside of the PS5 or the PS5 Pro could handle that at 60 FPS and maintain the integrity. Like, I bet you, I don't know. You know what I'd love to know? I'm looking at this image, bottom left. There looks like there's a crushed can or two or something. I don't know if that's what I'm seeing or not. I wonder if that shit moves when you run it over, you know? Let's see what else we got here. We got some, I mean, for fuck's sake, bro. There ain't no way this shit's gonna be 60 FPS. It looks so good. I'm making Mini Tom even more upset. Rubbish blows and moves in 5.2. It's gonna be like, it's gonna move even smoother this time. Though it's gonna be even more animated. No wonder why this game got delayed twice. I'll keep going through these images. Let's see, here's another one. Dude, that looks real. Like that. This looks like a real image. If I just brought this up, you wouldn't know this was from GTA 6. Yeah, the cloud tech, dude. See the factory in the background? Oh, it looks like some crops are on fire here. It's crazy shit. It'll all be worth it. Well, I mean, damn. Bro, okay, really quick. Look at the face of these like I don't know if this is a cutscene. Like look at the faces, dude. They look fucking real. Like it looks photorealistic. Rumors of the weather system with tornadoes and hurricane. You know, many Tom's about to fall out of his chair. I mean, even if it is a cutscene, all of their cutscenes are in engine or in game, right? Like that's how Rockstar's always done it. Irfan just says it. He's like, I'm just say it, bro. How about like what faces? The hair on the arm. Yo, I'm looking at that bro's armpit hair. Look at that. That's obviously what we're looking at. It is crazy looking though, man. Whew. The dashboard has so much detail. The whole interior. This game's gonna go crazy, bro. GTA 6 about to fucking go crazy. I am getting hyped. This is one of the, I think, main characters of the game. I forget which character. I mean, geez. The pro is ready. Irvin says he's going to spend all his time in the clubs. Hell yeah. God damn, dude. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot to go over here, man. I mean, there you go, Irfan. This shit's going to be too much. You know it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much, man. It's going to, dude, GTA 6. Dude, we got to wait a whole year. We got to wait longer than a year. We're at 0%. Well, imagine Urban's like, now I'm sad as hell, bro. It's got that neon Vice City look to it. Time flies. Well, I will say, I was talking about how this year flew by, dude. Like, it's crazy to think we were supposed to be playing GTA 6 at this time. It was supposed to be out 2025. Let's see. We got this guy. I mean, dude, the reflection in his glasses. Even when you look at the side of the vehicle, you can see the reflection. I will be 30 years old, long bearded when this game comes out. Yeah, that's true, Jake. That's true. It's following the same timeline. What's an extra 6 months? It's been like 12 years. Yeah, when you look at it from the bigger picture perspective, it really feels like nothing. The arm hair. I can't fucking wait. Like I've been saying for a long time, like I think this game is gonna, like I think this game when it comes out, it's gonna destroy the hopes and dreams of so many developers, man. Where it's like, if you want to know what the high watermark looks like in creating an open world video game, a AAA open world video game, the bar is about to be raised. I really feel that way. Now, in terms of game design, we'll have to see what that looks like. But who's the actor? I forget the name of the actor who's playing this character. Matt, you're saying it's amazing. I'm in my 40s and this might be the last GTA game before I die. I mean, as dark as that sounds, it might be, man. Irfan You'd be like the old guy in the car. Irvin says I'll lose my normal life when this game comes out. Yeah, I'm just gonna become a GTA YouTuber, guys. It's possible. It depends. You know, I should get. I should maybe get like a GTA 6 poster though. Update my banners and shit. I mean, GTA is like my most anticipated game. Wolverine's right there with it, but GTA is by far my most anticipated. I don't know. I guess I feel like I have a good understanding of what this game's gonna do, so I'm not like stressed about the delay. Like I know some people are like really stressed. Well, I may seem like a poser, Shems, but I don't know, man. I grew up with GTA. Like I said, GTA Vice City was the first game I ever got for PS2. No, I know, Shems. I know. Let's see. I remember most of these images are associated with some of the main characters in the game. Try to go through it a little bit more quicker here. This is one of the characters that's apparently like a rapper or something, I think. I mean, like, I do have a question. Have we, like, when you look at these screenshots, have we ever seen a game with this much detail before? With this level of fidelity and this detail? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. No way. Almost looks real. You played GTA since the OG top down game on PC back in '98. Played everyone at launch since. Damn. Now that's commitment. I can't say I've done that. The first time I ever played GTA, like ever, the first time I ever played GTA, I think was I went over my cousin's house in like 2001 and he booted up his PS2 and he's like, check this game out, man. And he showed me GTA 3. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. My mind was blown. Damn, man. Look at this. This shit looks so fucking real. It looks disturbingly real. It's uncanny. Sure, but is GTA Free Roam better than Crackdown 3? The real question. You see what's interesting to me about this? If you look at this image and you look at the building in the center, I don't know if I'm seeing it correctly, but it looks like there's a shit ton of people on the first and second floor. Like a lot. Like this is why I'm trying to like, is this really how it's gonna be? I mean, it's there's so much going on, man. Like this might be the true breakthrough of like you want to know what a fucking real living world. And of course, like we were there with Red Dead 2, but this being like a modern day Florida, you know? God, like you could fucking put something like this on a vacation fucking catalog or some shit and people wouldn't know any different. Got like a top down view here. Gator hunting. Yo, I don't know if Corey's still here or not. They'd be hunting gators. Is Rockstar known to have buggy launches? As far as I'm aware, no. I don't think so. Pretty sure they're not. Pretty sure they're known for the opposite. I'm pretty sure they're known to have like extremely high, like, you know, highly polished launches. I don't remember if they did with 5. Maybe you're right. 4, I wasn't really around for 4. I was late to 4, so I can't recall that. I mean, I'm sure it won't be like perfect. It'll probably have some issues, but probably nothing too bad. See, I would do wonder too, like when we see images like this, are we looking at? I mean, this looks like it could be from GTA Online. You know, I just still can't get over how good it looks. Like it just looks too good. It looks too real. I feel bad. I feel bad for other games, man. Like it's like unfair. You remember? Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that too. MRPD. I remember like the servers were fucked for like 2 weeks straight. Nothing crazy, but they did have issues. Is it fake? No, these are not fake. These are from Rockstar's website, and I made sure to download all the images in 4K. They did some magic with the lighting. It looks like a next gen game. I'm gonna be honest. Like that's what's like in terms of how good the lighting looks, how realistic everything looks here. It looks like it could be a next gen game, which makes you wonder, like, when the eventual PS6 version does come, what the hell is that going to look like? We got Jason here, badass with the motorcycle. Woke. GTA's going woke. Take a good hard look at the woke that they're delivering. Yeah, I did see some people saying they're delaying it to take out the woke, and I'm like, bro, I don't think you understand how this works. Yeah, it's true, Mini Tom. That's true. All right, let's see. That's what people thought back when 4 and 5 came out. They were next gen on current gen. Let's see, what's the next picture we got here? We got another one of Jason. Woke. Get this woke shit out of my face. Let's see what else. Oh, this is the wokest image so far. Bro, what the fuck am I even looking at? That gun's got pronouns. Dude, the cityscape, though. Oh, man. Oh, no. Now this. Yo, some shit's about to go down here, though. You can see the two dudes standing behind him. Bar fight. Jason is 100% getting killed in the first act. Yo, that'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy, man. There's no way. There's no way. This part is gay. Let's see what's next here. We got I mean, shit, dude. Looks like a double date. Yeah, dude. Double date. That looks crazy though. A swinger date. All right. Okay, so this next one, guys, I want you to pay close attention to this next one. All right. Actually, the next two that I'm going to show you. Pay close attention. Just take it all in. Take it all in, bro. Like, I don't see. I look at an image like this and I'm like, look at this, man. Like, this is how is this gonna even run? There's so much shit happening on this screen right here. And the craziest thing to me about this is I think this is just shit that's happening while you're just like roaming the city. It sounds like I'm out, bro. I can't do this. Is that an iguana? Hell yeah, it is. I mean, it's you got a dude on a bike walking his dog. You got the woman in the what do you call those in the scooter? And you got the bus, people getting on and off the bus. You got all that shit going on in the background. I mean, dude, like the amount of pedestrians and NPCs and again the sheer level of detail and all of this, they're all gonna be doing shit, man. It's can't wait to. Oh yeah, can you use the scooter? You probably can. Oh my god, don't tell me you can jack a scooter. No way. Are you telling me you can run up to this woman, punch her in the face, kick her out of the fucking seat, and take it? No way, man. Oh, I didn't think about that. That would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto. Of course you can. Dude, oh, this is going to be sick. I'm not saying that's what I want to do. I'm just saying the idea that you look at this and you're like, man, you can do anything. That's awesome. All right, look at this next one. This next one's another one. Just the level again, the level of detail, man. You got a couple making out there. This dude's passed out. The rusty anchor. Oh boy. Nah, they'll take it out. Maybe disabled people complain. I mean, I don't know. I think it's. I guess it. I don't know. That'll be one of those. That'll be one of those situations where we'll find out what the limitations of GTA 6 are compared to other games. Because they're really going for another level of realism here that we've never seen. Let's see, what's the next image we got lined up? Underwater. Oh my! I mean, dude, like that's what the fuck, man. Scuba diving. You know what's crazy when looking at this image, man? What's crazy when looking at this image is I remember back in the PS2 days with GTA Vice City. It's like if you looked out in the ocean with a sniper rifle, like maybe you would see like a shark or something. You couldn't even swim in GTA Vice City. Now look at where we are. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the Horizon underwater areas. That's crazy, dude. And you got Lucia punching the bag. I wonder if you'll be able to like work out and shit in the gym, like in San Andreas. I don't think they're gonna have. I mean, I could be wrong. They might. Woke. Get this woke garbage out of my face, Rockstar. You think they'll make going on a rampage almost impossible this time around to curb the violence? Well, you know what the big thing is, dude? I just saw that apparently on November 16th, YouTube is implementing something where any channel that's showing gameplay that is under a specific category of violence, which I guess would be non-adversarial violence, will not be monetizable. And literally the first game you think of, what's the first game you think of? You think of GTA. You think of the rampages in GTA. And I don't know, man. Like, I do wonder how much that could impact their decision making. No, it's not every gaming channel. Like, again, it's non-adversarial violence. So, like, something like The Last of Us Part 2 doesn't count because you're, you know, like nobody's like necessarily like an innocent bystander, you know? Something like GTA where it's like, I'm just going to drive on the sidewalk now. Like, that's, yeah, I think YouTube's not going to be okay with that. Mortal Kombat even might not, because it's again it's non-adversarial. In Mortal Kombat, you're literally you're two enemies fighting each other. So it's kind. I mean, it's weird. I guess like you can kind of see where the line is drawn. I suppose. Let's see where we at now. Oh, neck. I mean, everybody's seen this image so far. The reflection on the pool, man. Look at the strawberry on the glass, bro. I mean, look at the towel. Dude, look at the material on the towel to the right with the tablet on top of it. It looks real. Like, I have a hard, like, is this really how this game's going to look when it comes out, man? No downgrade? Because that's, come on. I know. Like, I can't believe it's on console, dude. Like, it looks it's too detailed. Chill, MBG. Control yourself. Look at the fucking towel. I've never seen a more realistic towel in a video game in my fucking life, bro. Got more Lucia here. I mean, yeah, I can't wait. I'm torturing them on purpose now. We could have had this. America's trying to do the ID check for online and also want to ban VPNs. Everything's going great, guys. Everything's going great. MBG's like, is this going to play at 60 FPS? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you know. I don't know. Who knows? Does Rockstar even know? Maybe Rockstar doesn't even know. I mean, look at that, dude. That's like some Naughty Dog level fucking facial detail right there. It's looking crazy. I'm really curious to see what the story ends up being too, with Jason and Lucia. Oh, Shems, you're saying it's better than Naughty Dog? Oh, damn. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's Jason's cop partner outside the door. Yeah, there have been a lot of people feel that there's going to be some kind of betrayal going on. My only thing about that is like, I don't know if it would run to, like, would that be too much of a parallel between what we got with GTA 5 with Trevor and Michael, perhaps? Maybe it's like too similar. Radic, you think GTA was always overrated? So I don't know. I feel like the order of these images, like we see that one, but then the next one, in prison. I remember when we were so deprived of any GTA 6 news, there were rumors the game was going to take place in Mexico and you play as a narco. Dude, the GTA 6 rumors throughout the years have been nuts. They've been absolutely wild, man. They've never not been crazy. See you at the club. Seems like you're going to be able to do a lot of clubbing. Surprise, surprise. Naughty Dog makes great enclosed spaces, but in terms of open world, there is no studio that comes close to them. I agree with that. Yeah. I don't think Naughty Dog could make a GTA level game. And I think the main reason for that is just because they wouldn't know how. I think most studios wouldn't know how, you know? There's not really many open world games that get anywhere. I mean, we've seen games like Watch Dogs try to do it, but you play something like Watch Dogs and you're like, I don't know about this. I mean, you play a game like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's an open world city game, but it's very different, you know. I mean, the most interesting thing to me about GTA 6 is it's truly going to simulate. I mean, all the GTA games are trying to simulate like a real modern day open world. But I don't think anybody really gets close, man. That's why I'm saying I don't think this game's going to be able to hit 60 FPS on this generation of consoles because knowing that every NPC, the AI is going to be like maxed out. Like they're not just going to be standing there doing nothing. Look at that dirt. Look at that dirt. I mean, really though, look at that. Yo, if you look to the left here, there's a raccoon right there. You see it? There's a raccoon. Pretty sure that's a raccoon. You guys catch it? It was like camoed. Who the hell is Carlos? Carlos, excuse me. You're saying what games do you recommend? I can try on Portal. Oh, I don't know, chat. You'll have to give Carlos some game recommendations here. I still don't have the Portal yet. I mean, you could try Metal Gear. Let me know how that is. You know, Carlos, here's what I want you to do. I want you to try Fox Hunt multiplayer on Metal Gear and let me know what that's like. It is multiplayer, so I want to know. I want to know how bad the lag is, if there's any. GTA is an America simulator. That day's gone, dirt. Got the chopper. It's like a news chopper. The game will not feel like the trailers. You don't think so? GTA 6 will be over 300 gigabytes. Prepare your storage. Uh-oh. It probably will be. I wouldn't be shocked. Looks like Flight Sim. It's going to be 500 gigabytes. This is why the Series S can't run it. Because it can't install the whole game. I guess it depends on how much they can compress it. A 1 terabyte game, bro. Yo, a 1 terabyte game. Planet Clippy, you're saying people are skeptical, but I also think if there's anyone who can pull off a game of this magnitude, it's Rockstar. I mean, what's crazy to me about some of these screenshots is that they look like they could be from completely different games. You know, they look like they could be from completely separate games. Like this looks like it could be from like a hunting game. You know? This is next level, dude. I mean, it is, man. It is. Shit. Saying there hasn't really been a bad GTA game. Bad ports, but not a bad game. Series S will need special treatment. I mean, that's like the most shocking thing, right? Like looking at this, I mean, I'm not trying to throw any shade at the Series S. It's just I do not understand how this game can run on that device. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's Rockstar that can pull it off, but I don't. I'm not even sure how this could run on the PS5. To be honest, like it's crazy. Did you see GTA Plus added the ability to play online by just being subbed? That's the beginning. They offer the option to cloud play GTA 6, opens it up for people who don't own a PlayStation or Xbox. Oh shit. No, I didn't know that. Yo, okay. So just for the online component though, right? That would make a lot of sense. That's yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting. It makes sense why they would do that too. They can do it. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't. It looks fake, man. Like, it just looks fake. It's not real. This game isn't real. Did I see the black scroll on the tree? No, I didn't, Nick. Good eye. AI made this. This game hurt me. This image hurt me. We're living a lie. Oh, it looks so good. Red Dead 2 still holds up. At the end of GTA 6's life cycle, if there is such a thing, GTA 6 will be over 1 terabyte in total size. Oh my lord. Look at this. 2 terabytes. Look at the water. I mean, dude, they're going to be simulating like predators, you know, fucking hunting, man. Look at that twig. No, but really though, it's just BBC Nature. Maven's like, there's just ain't no way, bro. In other news, Kojima-san has blew out his back. Wait, MRPD. Are you serious? I can't tell if that's a joke or not. Wait, what did he do? I blew out my neck. He tweeted it. Oh, well, I'm feeling that to a degree. I blew out my neck. He blew out his back. What was he doing? I gotta see this Kojima tweet. He went to is it dude? He visited Guerrilla Games and bro blows his back out. Here, Kojima, come check out our little gym room where we try to stay fit in between development. You know, during breaks. Go deadlift. Kojima's like, I'll show them. Oh man. He's getting his reps in. Dude, you know what? I wonder if that's what tweaked my neck yesterday. Fuck. You know what? I just realized. I wonder if that's what caused it. Spider-Man meme. Oh, my back. My back. We're going to go kayaking? We're going to go kayaking, bro. Oh, my God. What can't you do in this game? Dude, the water looks fucking crazy, man. The water looks like every time they show water in this game, it looks nuts. The water tech is like on another level. The water level meter, flood gauge. Oh yeah, it can be flooding, natural disaster. Oh, good. Yeah, true. We've been talking about that. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, this is gonna be like. I do think this is gonna be a game that ends many other games. Like this is gonna be a game where once you're in it, it's like you have no reason. It is gonna be a platform game. But even more so than GTA 5 ever was, where there's gonna be no reason to leave. Even I'm starting to get that feeling, man. Wouldn't be a Florida simulator without hurricanes. That's true. Think if we got seasonal hurricanes with floods, destruction, reconstructions. Oof. No dismemberment. Will they have dismemberment? That might be the next. Yeah, I don't know. Usually they don't in GTA. That would be new. Here's another one. Starlit Motel vacancy. No, boss. Come here. Guys, listen, we're probably going to be wrapping up here soon. So we're sitting at 10 members on the day. If you guys want to drop any more member gifts before we wrap up on this Friday, feel free to do so. The lighting. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, dude. I think when we look at all these different images, the lighting is they're doing something crazy with the lighting. Where are these pictures? I believe they're on the official GTA 6 website. all these images. There's a lot on there. Like I said, I made sure to download all of them. We still have some more to go through. We're almost to the end. Here's another one. Here you go, Orphan. I mean, dude, like I mean, Jesus, dude, like the lighting is nuts. The lighting, the detail of everything on the ground. I mean, it, new girls, new food, open all night, hiring dancers. Where are these pictures? Again, I think they're on the official Grand Theft Auto website. New girls. It's gonna be where Irfan spends all his time, bro. He never gonna leave. So I think we have how many more images left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 more. Here's another character. This guy is clearly who you're going to be doing some heists with. I forget his name. I don't remember the names of these characters except for Jason and Lucia. I think we saw this guy in the trailer. This is an exclusive in terms of content for me. His name is Bank Robber. Yeah. If it was a Kojima game, his name is Bank Rob Man. There you go. Bank Rob Man. Here's another one of Bank Rob Man. Yacht Man. He's kind of got a mullet going on. A little bit. Bro, that's Arthur Morgan. And we'll just get through the last few here. I think these are 2 characters in the game too. They're like social media stars. These 2 characters. Again, don't know their name, but people are going to find the glitches so fast. The gameplay will be the most important thing for them to show. Only thing I'm afraid of is them toning down the complete freedom and being able to do whatever you want, violence or otherwise. Yeah, that's definitely a big question mark. I don't know. I don't think they would do that though. Just, well, I don't know. It's they're hitting a new level of realism, so I don't know. Kind of 50-50 on it. Where's Herman in this game? Leia, do you want treats? Okay, she does want some. Boss, don't look at me. You just got some. What's the next one? I think I showed this one already, right? Yeah, showed that one. And then here's the last one. Although this one I think is a different resolution. It's not coming through totally clear, but there you go. Where the hell am I? The fuck's going on? Wait, what happened? What happened? Why am I so low? What's going on, guys? Oh, hey, what's up? I had my glasses on so I could see clearly. Sorry, I know my graphics aren't as good as GTA 6's. My bad. Oh boy, all right, let me head back here though. Well, there we go. With the GTA 6 delay, good time to maybe just look back at all the images and screenshots that they've shown so far. All right. Now, before I head out here, I'm going to stop that. Before I head out, I want to just go check. Is there anything I missed? Anything interesting that came out while we were streaming? Not seeing anything. Yeah, GTA 5 is returning to PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. Steam Frame or HLX to be announced on November 18th. Speculation, mod reviewed. Stop, boss, stop. Sucker Punch reveals all of Ghost of Yotei's surprise ray tracing features via Digital Foundry. Okay. Texas sues Roblox, alleging it flagrantly ignores safety laws and deceives parents about the dangers of its platform. Yes. Yes, God, I want to see Roblox die. I would love to see Roblox get taken down, man. Roblox is the worst. Jake, thank you for that, buddy. Sorry that you guys had to hear that loud squeak, but stop that. Stop. Guys, I think this is going to be where I wrap up today's stream. My neck is killing me. I'm going to have to go rest it. I don't know what I did to it. I have to go take some pain meds. I'm probably going to take tomorrow off and rest some more and hope that by the time I come back Sunday, I'm better. Or this neck issue is healed somewhat. It wouldn't be good for gaming, allowing things like that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Roblox is concerning to me, man. It'll always be concerning to me. Yeah, I'm not going to work out MRPD. Definitely not. I'll probably end up in the hospital. But, yeah, I'm going to go rest my neck. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, though. I'm sorry that the stream is shorter than it normally would be. Well, it's not that short. We're like 2 hours and 40 minutes in. Again, apologies I can't do members content. We did do some members lounge discussion earlier. But, yeah, no, I hear you, Capcom Lawyer. I mean, they do got to be careful with it, but I don't want to, I don't seek it out of hand. Bro, ain't no way. Silent Spartan, I got to be careful how excited I get right now because I'm liable to completely break my neck here. But Silent Spartan, literally as I'm wrapping the stream up, he comes in out of nowhere. It's like his senses were tingling, his membership senses. He comes in, he drops another 50 membership gifts on you guys. Leia, stop it. You want more treats? I can give you more treats. Silent Spartan, the man, the myth, the legend. He comes in, he drops 50 more membership gifts for you guys. W's in the chat. If you receive a membership gift from Silent Spartan, he dropped 50 yesterday. He's dropping another for you today. This man just dropped 100 membership gifts in less than 24 hours. Because when I say he dropped 50 yesterday, we did an evening stream. So he's out here just dropping huge support for you guys and for the channel. Spartan, man, thank you so much. Sorry if I sound like a broken record with how much I thank you, but it really is, it's a lot of support you're dropping for the channel and the community, man. I very much appreciate it. And I'm sorry if I seem like I'm not as excited as I normally would be. I legitimately am actually concerned about my neck. Like I'm hoping that when I lay down and take some medication, the pain will subside, and when I wake up tomorrow, it's not as bad. But I'm getting a little bit worried because it's so fucking bad. Like I don't understand what I did. Like did I sleep upside down with my can't move my neck, but with like my neck, snapped or something? I just don't get it. I didn't do anything. I was fine last. You guys were here in the stream last night. I was fine. I must have been doing some weird ass shit in my sleep. Not sure. But again, Silent Spartan.
Holy shit.
Thank you for dropping 50 membership gifts. Silent Spartan brought us to 60. Guys, we hit 60 members last night, and we hit another 60 today. Again, I really do apologize that I'm not I'm slacking with the members content. But I will, as long as as long as I'm properly rested up going into next week, I will try my best to make up for that. Hopefully, we can do a members lounge and a morning with the misses next Friday as well. And Capcom lawyer saying Avowed getting a second game and Days Gone's like face palm. It's like that John Cena. You ever see the John Cena meme where he's just like, it feels like that at this point, man, where it's like, of course, Avowed will get a sequel immediately. Meanwhile, Days Gone is just, it's gone. It's gone. Never to be found again. Oh, yeah, that'll be real good, Gaming Survivor. I'm sure that'll end well. Yeah, I think I did see that, though. Like Chris Avalone or something, who said, like, there will be a second one. I guess it is a little bit surprising. The most surprising thing to me about Avowed 2 happening is like Microsoft seems like they're very much in a state where they're not trying to make games like that anymore. Like they don't want to greenlight games like that anymore. So I don't know. Obsidian makes slop out quicker than AI for Microsoft. Oh no. I don't know. Was Avowed? It wasn't that bad, right? I mean, I didn't play it, but I heard it's like kind of in the middle. Shems, yeah, I'll definitely have to rest up, man. I don't like this. I really don't know. I've hurt my neck plenty of times before, but this is like next level. I've never heard it this bad. I'm like afraid to go to sleep, dude. I'm not gonna lie, like, because that's the thing. I was fine last night, and I woke up, and I swear it's like somebody tried to snap my neck in my sleep. I'm afraid to go to sleep tonight because I'm afraid it's gonna feel worse the next day. Maybe I'll just try to get like a solid 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours. Maybe that's it. I've been sleeping in the past 2 days. I've been sleeping in a little bit later. I normally don't do that. Maybe it's that extra couple of hours I'm sleeping. I'm doing some weird, astral realm shit. I'm like upside down against the wall. Whoa, what's going on? No, but I'll try to. I'll do everything I can. My goal is to make sure I can come back Sunday and be okay. I don't want to feel like this again. Because I'm not gonna lie, this was hard. I don't know, like it's just hard to sit here in this pain, bro. And it's not like this shouldn't feel hard. I'm just sitting here chilling. But yeah, I got some paranormal activity shit going on. I watched too much Stranger Things. Mrs. MBG is trying to pull MBG off the wall. He's upside down and crawling on the ceiling. Yeah, I'm like trying to twist my head 180 degrees. I mean, how would I know? I mean, I've been having some weird dreams. So, who knows? Imagine going to work, laboring with a sore neck. Oh, dude, if it's a good thing I don't have to do that. It's a good thing I'm not doing like any manual labor, because if I wouldn't be able to. Like, I'd have to fucking... Like, I probably should go to the doctor for this. If I had a job where I did have to do manual labor, I would have to go to the doctor. I would have had to go today and probably get some kind of like x-ray and cortisone, or not cortisone. Is it cortisone? What are those shots that they give you? They're like these steroid injections. I don't know. I may have to. I've been having problems with this side of my neck for years now, and it is seemingly getting worse as I get older, so gotta take care of myself, I suppose. Again, I just don't understand what the hell could have caused. I bet you it was those reps I did. That doesn't make any sense, though, because like I would have felt it, right? I mean, it was like 25-pound dumbbells. How much damage can it really do? Planet Clippy, I'm sorry to hear that. That's sad. Well, anyway, that's enough complaining for me. I've complained too much during your stream, but thank you guys. Seriously, thank you so much for all of your support. I know that today was a bit of a underwhelming stream. At least it feels that way to me. I don't know how it was for you guys, but I know the energy levels weren't very high. but I still appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. And a big thank you and shout out to everybody who dropped support. Again, another shout out for Silent Spartan. Bro had no business coming in, dropping another 50 membership gifts for you guys, but yet he does it. He continues to do it. So thank you so much for that, Spartan. And everybody who dropped super chats or direct donations, or if you became a member or renewed your membership, thank you so much for that. I'm only able to do what I do here because you guys keep it going. You keep me supported, my family supported, the community supported. So, and we have Zero Connection before we head out here using his milestone chat. A member for 10 months. He says, most anticipated game next year, 100% GTA 6. Right behind GTA 6 is Wolverine. Wolverine, so like GTA 6 is here, is my number one. Wolverine's like right here. They're like this. But I definitely give it to GTA 6. I'm sorry, Zero Connection. I would stream longer. I would keep it going, but I'm in a tremendous amount of pain right now. I'm actually starting to think that sitting in this chair is not helping. I have to close this out, go take some pain meds, and rest up, and hope that by Sunday morning I'm doing better. So I'm sorry I can't stay longer, Zero Connection, but thank you for your milestone chat, man. Thank you for being a member for 10 months. I appreciate your understanding, Zero Connection. Got to take a hot shower. Dude, I don't take baths. I'm about to just take a hot bath. I'm about to do something crazy. Take a hot bath. I'm be streaming from my bathtub. You know, though, there's a hot tub streams or whatever, jacuzzi. Wasn't that a thing for a while? Don't get possessed, boys. Them ghosts will mess up your neck. As hot as you can stand it for 30, 45 minutes, then lay down. Yeah, I've had to do that before. I mean, like, you know, they say take like ice baths and shit, and you know, kind of shocks your body. This you can kind of have a similar effect if you go with heat. You make it as hot as you can possibly stand it. It'll shock your body a little bit, but it'll definitely relax your muscles for sure. Yeah, no, I definitely avoid that Planet Clippy. Addiction runs in my family bad. That's why I avoid everything. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I mean, I've smoked like cigars occasionally, which I've enjoyed. But I could feel. I'm like, damn, it's kind of nice. I've had a couple drinks throughout my life, but you know, I definitely avoid. You know, talking about opioids and stuff. I definitely avoid all that because literally, like the amount of people in my family that have gotten severely addicted to shit. I lost my father to drinking. You know, so like alcoholism runs bad in my family. My father succumbed to alcoholism. His father succumbed to alcoholism. So it's like, I just don't even want to, I'm not even going to chance it. My addiction is sugar and caffeine. So still not great, but on the scale of, you know, I feel like it could be worse. So I've never smoked cigarettes though. I've never been interested in cigarettes. My grandmother was really addicted to cigarettes. She would smoke like 2 packs a day. Soda can be a bad addiction. I've gotten addicted to soda a couple times and I had to stop because I'm like, dude, I can't. This is bad. But I'm still addicted to sugar. That's the problem. Like I still, if I could cut out the sugar in my life, I think I'd be much healthier. But I am like somewhat lenient on myself because I'm like, dude, I don't know. I have a very addictive personality. You know, if I cut that out, I'm going to probably try to replace it with something else. Phone addiction? Yeah, that too. Social media addiction? That too. That's been bad. That's probably half the reason my neck feels the way it does, I bet you. You know what? Actually, I'm addicted to money and bitches. MRPD, you said that so earnestly, I can't even tell if it's a joke. Really quick before I go, because I really got to go. But really quick, for some reason, your comment, MRPD, I've been seeing this guy pop up on Twitter. Okay, speaking of social media, Leia, stop it. Come here. And I don't know his name, but I think he's like a crypto dude. And he seems to have kind of leaned into this image he's built up, I guess, of being like really cringe. Like he seems like he's somebody who's trying to be cool and trying to come off cool. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? But the thing is, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like this guy's like really ugly. And I know that sounds mean, but I mean, this guy looks like Squidward, kind of. And it's like weird because he's super rich, so he can like do whatever he wants. And I think he's just kind of leaned into this idea. MRP, do you know what I'm talking about? But that's the thing. He's super rich. He could do whatever he wants, but I think he seems to understand he's like really ugly. No. I'm not comparing you to him, MRPD. I have no idea what you look like. But yeah, I mean, I do wonder, man. I do wonder, like, how much truth there is into the idea of, like, doesn't really matter what you look like. None of that actually matters. It's just if you got money, I mean, like, real money, like, you're a multimillionaire, you're set for life. He really does look like Squidward. I'm not trying to be mean, but he looks like Squidward. You know, it's like if Squidward was a human being, that would be what he looks like. And I felt bad because like I was just scrolling Twitter today and I saw him pop up again and there was a quote tweet and the quote tweet was somebody saying like, yo, for real, no joke though, this is the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, yikes. Like I think people are being extra mean though because this guy keeps coming out and like flexing the fact that he's rich and acting like he's, you know, like he's better than you. And I don't know. I think it's reached like meta levels where I can't tell what's real and what's not. Maybe it's all just a bit, but it's funny shit. Like the dude carries around like Labubus and stuff, and he puts like Labubus on his like belt clip or some shit, and he's wearing like purple platform boots, and he's like, "You don't have as much aura as me and shit." And I'm like, this is. I kind of dig it. Like I like what he's going for here, but it's also interesting to me that like, dude, you're fucking mega rich. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're mega rich. You can do whatever you want. Why are you choosing to spend your time getting likes and you know, and retweets on Twitter and engagement? And I guess it just goes to show, man, that it's like sometimes it doesn't matter. You could have everything. You're still gonna want that attention, I guess. Makes sense. You're saying it's a bit, but not a very funny one. I agree. I think what makes it funny though is that like people still react to it, and they're being quite savage, but the savagery is what makes it funny. And it's one of these things where like he's either aware that that's what makes it kind of funny, and he's okay with it, or he's not aware and he's actually deeply hurt and like wants to try harder. It's like that other dude. Not to keep going on here, but just my mind's going now. What's his name? It's the big buff black dude. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, where he records his daily routines, and he got clowned so bad that he leaned into it, and that's a smart thing to do. He leaned into it now and made it a joke. But his original like daily routine video was so fun. Yeah, the dude with the banana peel. Oh, it hurts to laugh. Dude, that shit is so funny. And he's just leaned into it and it's just gotten crazier and crazier. I love it though, man. Social media is not all bad. See? It's not all bad. Anyway, that's it, guys. There you go. I gave you an extra 5 or 10 minutes to just chat about this stuff. Oh, wait. Is that what happened? I saw that. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that clip popping up where he was racing I Show Speed and he got fucking toasted every time. I mean, he just got wrecked. Did that really destroy his image? You're saying literally his downfall for his image. There really? That's crazy. I don't think that was the intent. You know what I mean? The internet's a wild place, man. All right, guys, that's it. I'm not going to do another outro. I've said it too many times. I'm going to head out now. I got to go take some medication. And I'm gonna go take that hot bath or shower or something. Find the video real quick. On the next one, Wolverine. All right. I'm struggling here. I don't want to end up regretting this later. But yeah. Yeah, I'm out. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to take tomorrow off. I will just say, I'm not anticipating this. If I'm not here Sunday, it means something went horribly wrong with my neck. But I should be okay. I would hope to God I'm better by Sunday. So just be on the lookout for that. And that's it. All right, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Oh, no. There ain't no way. Xanarkin. There ain't no way, bro. Now I just feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to come back as a head and dry. This is crazy. This is like the third time I'm trying to do my outro. Xanarkin, I'm literally about to end the stream, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I know. I already stayed for like another 10 or 15 minutes. And I feel like I need something to prop my neck up, dude. I'm gonna be like this. I'm sorry, bro. Don't be mad. We'll be back Sunday. Xanarkin, I'll see you Sunday, all right? In the meantime, enjoy the last 2 streams. All right. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Until then, take care, everyone. Shrunken head. Oh my God.